This chrono will be green.
And are we live? Oh, we are.
No,
yeah.
Does streaming live on
Well, it
YouTube?
says.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think we are live. How many episodes is this, Andrew?
215.
A lot.
215.
Yeah,
Welcome,
too many.
welcome to the Arcade Hangout, America's longest running and most guest-filled and woman-filled website running ever. We have with us today Orange Whip, our founder.
Yes, yay!
Who started this whole thing. It's his fault.
I'm sorry.
If you hate the show, blame him.
So sorry.
He's the one that contacted all of us and IRC
Patient zero.
and John.
Patient
And
zero.
said, hey, let's do a show.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
You seen that
Let's
movie?
continue on the Arcade Outsiders.
Mhm.
You seen that movie, The Founder? Nobody liked that guy either.
Somebody had to carry it.
Yeah, my name's McDonald.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, different spelling.
No, but I'm so glad to have you here, Orange
Yeah.
Whip. It's been a while. It's been a long time since we've seen
I
you.
spent literally the entire day today just getting my computer back together just so I could do this tonight.
Woo!
Aw.
Okay, cool.
I literally finished maybe a half hour ago, and my wife just got me my dinner here, and I haven't eaten it yet. So
What is that? That looks delicious.
Yeah, what was
It's
that?
a pasta.
it was macaroni and cheese mixed with some beef stroganoff.
Oh, yum.
Oh.
That sounds delicious.
Hey.
Can I have some?
Leftover.
Yeah. I know.
Here's this. Ah.
Hey,
Let
Brett,
it throw. Ah.
It's mashed up.
It just goes like that.
Would you like a drink now too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, that's a stout.
Brett, over your left shoulder, I think it's your left shoulder where the mic is. I see Atari. Is that an Atari sign or is that the game? What am I looking
No,
at?
it's a decal that this little game gave me that I put on the side of my pop fridge.
Does it say Atari?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, it's connected to that fridge that's lit up.
the sticker.
It's not lit up.
Sticker.
It's just on the side of it. It's a decal
Oh, it's cool.
or decal. Sorry.
Okay.
Decal.
Canadians
Got that
say
Canadian
decal.
in me.
Decal my decal.
Yeah.
I think we went over that on our first show.
Necros says it sucks that it took me to get back on the show. It took the coronavirus to get me back on.
All right.
That's because I was slaying your ass in
Space out.
Killer
Warlord
Queen
Queen.
Black last week.
Oh, were you there, Orange? I couldn't make it. I
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
was on
join
there.
so bad. My wife has been gone helping her mom out for days. So like
Mm.
she finally came back. And I can't just go, oh, I haven't seen you so long, honey. Oh, I gotta go. So yeah, I spent the night and we watched shows together.
Yep, it looks like you are in front of a
Ozarks.
green screen. Are you in the green screen?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not live.
What?
Yeah, it's not. It's just a picture of my arcade.
Oh no shit! I thought you were actually there.
No, I'm not
No
there.
kidding.
Oh, I
are
thought
in
he was there too.
But
Yeah,
I
me
wanted
too.
to represent.
How do you do that on your
Yeah.
can you do that on Zoom?
Yeah, how
Is
do you
an
do that?
option?
Yeah, it was just in Zoom.
Dude,
What?
you're,
Has custom backgrounds in.
look
Yeah.
how impressive.
Do you
Impressive.
have to put a green screen on it or do you just
How do you do
No,
that?
you have to. If you don't have a green screen, you have to just you click on it and it downloads something to let you do it. Then you can put your own pictures in. It also has
Are
some
you in the
other ones.
bathroom right now?
His
Yeah.
back in one eye.
With his dinner.
Is there a green screen
my dinner.
behind you?
My
Is
dinner,
there-
my mic, and my camera.
I don't see a video that option.
Yeah, where is that, Orange?
Yeah.
It was before I got into this.
You're
Oh,
blowing
it's a
everybody's
one-time deal
breath.
only.
I think it's once you log into your account in Zoom and then go to preferences.
Oh,
Hit the little
okay.
gear icon and then.
Ah, that's why. Once you're
And
in,
then
once you're in,
there's-
you're in.
Virtual background.
Yeah, it works pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I want to put
Sorry
myself-
about last week, guys. I was on the show and then I fell asleep. I had a bottle of wine and I passed out.
Oh.
Oh, you mean on Saturday?
Yeah, you left the room. You didn't come back. It was weird.
No, I left the room. I just laid down and I passed out.
Oh, wow.
So that's the story.
I had to leave it running after we left the show too. I had too much. Turned my hopefully I turned my camera off and
Yes. Yeah. All of a sudden.
Keith
you were...
said you guys went to like 12:30 or
It was-
something.
yeah.
I'm glad I was
Holy crap.
not on cam when that happened.
I was tired.
Yeah.
And I was literally like turning off the camera and laid down on the floor behind me for a few minutes. I was just like, oh fuck, too much.
I heard even more people came in, like Gabriella and stuff, and we got a lot of people in the room.
She was the only one who came on.
Later.
At least while I was there,
Oh.
I think I stayed to the bitter end.
Yeah, because you have to
Okay.
give the password last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we're trying to limit people's sometimes.
Well, it's not even that. It's
Well,
Zoom's requirement now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all that stuff, the password stuff, was not stuff that I configured or changed. That was all stuff that Zoom changed because of all the press they've been getting. So they literally changed everyone's account.
oh,
That's weird because they didn't ask for a password this time.
I hacked it into the URL.
Oh,
Ah.
If you look at the
There's
URL
so many people that use Zoom now.
carefully.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people are using it, and yeah. Then all the stuff came out in the news. Oh, China's like recording everything you do, and it's going into a database, and yeah, like they're going to use this show.
I know, right?
It's all going on to YouTube.
Yeah.
They can go there.
It's right there.
Yeah. I've said that about like the ridiculous security that we do at my office, and like you have to change your password every 10 minutes and all
Oh,
that kind of
God.
stuff. Like
Same here.
I'm not that interested in my work. Nobody can be that interested in my work that they would try that hard to hack into it. Like it's
Yeah.
just not that interesting.
Oh man. Don't you hate having to try to come up with a new password every month too? It's like, oh, another one.
Yeah. Then exactly. And you can't repeat after you have to
No.
do it's like
It has to be different and
Mhm.
unique.
and it remembers forever too.
This password is the same
Mhm.
as the last 18 passwords you've used.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just do a variation for
You-
you
I
know,
do know
like
what the password is
a
for
bunch.
my bank account.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I'm gonna put Disneyland behind me, so I feel like I'm in the happiest place on earth.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've had mixed luck with getting that to work cleanly without like a green screen. If I had a chroma behind me, I think it would work great. But
Yeah, look at like Orange's looks pretty good. It's cutting them out really well.
I think it depends a lot on your lighting and on your camera.
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
So, Brad, do you have anything behind you? Like, do you have a sheet or anything behind
Yeah, I
you?
have a sheet.
Maybe that's why, because it's a plain. Oh,
Just
that looks
a,
good.
like a beige sheet behind me.
as long as I don't
But
move
it's,
around too
it's
much.
actually the same color as my shirt, but it totally
What-
picks you out.
You did that on the fly, Andrew. Where'd you do that on the fly?
So go to Zoom and then go to preferences.
Oh, so you got to do it in a separate window and under
It just
Zoom.
Well, no, I mean it just pops open a new window for your options.
Let's see. I'm in Zoom now. Is it anywhere on this interface that you click on it,
Oh,
or do you have to open it
here,
up in Zoom software?
Let's see.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Interesting.
There's also
Huh.
reactions you can do. Yay!
Man, Zoom got all kinds of crap in it.
I'm in space. Yeah, obviously the interface is different for a Mac too, but it's some way to get to your preferences.
Okay, let me see if I
Maybe
can find
right click on it.
it. No. Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere in the interface at all.
It's down at the bottom left-hand side.
Is there like a
have-
little gear down there? or
It's
something?
it's where your video is. You just do the arrow, and then the virtual thing.
Oh, video settings. Yeah.
Oh,
There you
Oh,
go.
church virtual background. Oh, it's right there.
Yep.
You'll.
I was gonna do this one. I thought this one looked cool.
Oh look, you can even do a video. You see
Bunch
mine?
of dead
No.
corpses.
Videos totally work.
That's awesome. It's so cool.
Yeah, I was gonna do a video of my arcade, but I figured I better not.
Just
Probably
run a
too
loop
much.
of it. Yeah.
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 God, it's like the
Slick
first
Nick.
episode when we were
I'm in
playing
Slick
with all
Nick's car.
all the crap on
That's freaking awesome.
all the Google Hangouts.
It's probably too distracting, so I'll change it to
What
Hey,
the
look at.
fuck's going
I'm
on?
at Carrie's house.
Because her house sits right on the coast.
Yeah.
on the-
Carrie's got an awesome view in her backyard.
Boy, I haven't even seen it.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's a pretty impressive algorithm or whatever, but I assume that it does better if you're wearing a solid color shirt and have more of a solid color background.
Yeah, instead of a black one, yeah. Good point.
Jesus.
I'm gonna put a porno behind me.
Nice.
Look, guys, I'm
Well,
in New
you-
York.
Oh, you need to have your mask on.
Yeah, where's your mask?
Where's your mask?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That
Point.
person walking their dog is just frozen solid.
Yeah.
Well, I just did a video. It's cool, but it's too distracting. The video is cool
I'll do my pumpkins.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
Do that for Halloween.
They're gonna
oh
eat
that's
you.
funny. Yeah.
Doesn't like your
though.
chair.
His chair is messing
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. The black shirt.
Yeah, the black shirt and the chair, it's getting confused. I probably have to change outfits. Yeah, hold on.
Oh my
We're gonna
god.
spend
Like a
the
red
entire
shirt.
show just
He's
messing with the
gonna
background.
change his shirt.
The pumpkin's gonna eat Mock. Oh no.
It'll be
he's
like that
tripping
one
in
show
front of
where
us.
I was
Do,
asking
do,
Andrew to
do.
tell me if my sound levels for each sound effect were too loud. I was back in the infancy days when I only had like 20.
Yeah, and we had like even fewer viewers.
Yep.
Yeah.
If that is possible. But yeah.
A little bit of contrast there. I guess it's got to be probably
It's-
white. Yeah, the blue.
Did you change
Yeah,
your
that's
shirt?
still really
The
dark.
chair freaks it out.
Yeah.
Why
You put a
you
sweater
you should
on.
have changed your shirt instead of wearing black.
Well,
Put
this
on a-
is like blue, but it's
It's a little bit too close.
light.
probably.
I think you
Yeah,
need a little bit more light too
Yeah, more
to
light
really
would help.
separate it.
Oh,
Here you guys go. I got Janae. Yeah, let me get rid of that.
Jeez.
Too late. It's already streamed on YouTube.
Yeah. It's gonna be the
Oh man.
this is gonna be the entire
I'm playing around
Yeah.
with the.
Well, and Jesus, we've had these things since we started with Zoom. Like,
I know. I didn't even know it was there. Brad like unlocked.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Unlock the
feature.
bonus level.
bonus level.
and everyone
I
at
gotta
work
get out
got
of
really
this
excited
Jen
about it when we
photo.
switched to
Ugh.
Zoom.
I'm gonna do that.
Oh
for-
yeah,
Normal
yeah. We're
with it,
doing
but-
Skype for Business. There's no fun backgrounds in Skype for Business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's,
keep
that's
having any fun
well,
here.
Although we also use
Exactly.
Microsoft Teams, but
Imagine
that-
working
their
at
their
work with
built-in
this stuff.
video chat function sucks.
I'm gonna-
Oh, that's
I'm
good
gonna-
to know.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna do this from
because
now on this.
it will only
September.
it'll only show 4 people at once. So even if there's like 8, only the 4 people that are most active at that time are shown. And then the audio quality is horse shit. It's like it's worse than Skype, if you can believe that.
Mm.
So like for some like yeah, I was explaining that to my coworkers. I'm like, because you can do like a test recording before you join to see how you look and sound and stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, it like with my get up and everything, it sounded like I was talking into a tin can with like a laptop microphone. You know, like they're like it was horrible. Yeah.
Fucking Mock.
There's that's my arcade room.
Oh,
so it's like I'm in
nice.
my arcade room.
Hey, let's have a tour.
Oh my God, that's perfect. I love
That
it.
is so funny.
That is, yeah. Especially because it's like right there too. It's like not even that far from where your computer
flying.
is.
Touch that wall.
He's on
Yeah.
a wheelchair right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a freaking blast.
He's on a motorized chair or on a dolly. He's just pushing himself. Yeah.
We should have done
Devo's
that.
playing in the background on the screens.
Oh, I
I
should
don't
have put
believe
the was it Dan the peanut butter?
The cookie man.
I should have put that video in behind me.
All right. I gotta
Oh, that's funny. Well, we just had our neighborhood howl. So,
What
but
is
my
that?
so
The
all
8
the
o'clock thing.
yeah, 8 o'clock, you go outside and you howl with your
Are you
neighbors.
serious?
Yep.
Oh, ours is 7. Ours is 7. You guys are late, man.
Yeah. Well,
Michigan
you know,
doesn't have a
it's the
holiday
coast.
yet.
We're laid back. Everything.
I'm on the coast. We're just
True.
lame in Canada. Everybody got to go to bed by 8.
Yeah.
A curfew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I'm out in the balcony howling, and Zadie's downstairs, and she starts howling, and of course she has her little, and,
A little raspy.
yeah, 'cause yeah, exactly from when she was debarked or whatever, the injury. It was very cool, very cool. She was like, "What the fuck?"
Are we
And then the
doing
dog-
this? Yeah.
Yeah. Then the dog. Yeah, exactly. Wow, I didn't know you
We're
were doing
allowed?
this. Yeah, yeah. Then Kaya just started barking. And it's like, okay, everybody, shut up. It's
Roar,
over.
roar, roar.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cannon goes off.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the neighbor, and there were other dogs barking though too. I can't imagine why. A whole bunch of people standing there howling.
Aruga. Like, everyone's just like-
Yeah, there were some good howls, I gotta say.
someone does like a Xena cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Crazy.
A lot. Dave, you can just ask that in here. It's not like that's a forbidden question to
Yeah.
ask on the air.
Thinking about
Asking
it,
about
It's
a
worried about
watts for a
security.
super hangout. Yeah. Yeah.
because it's the longer cylinder. It's not just a standard. It's like the door is
Ah.
like thick, so regular
Oh, it's like an inch and an eighth.
or whatever. It's long.
Yeah.
Like
It's
mine was
measured.
swinging open when I moved it. My son's like, "Daddy, it's broken." I go, "No, the door just doesn't have a lock on it."
Just put a screw on it.
Mine doesn't have a lock in it either.
Like this, I don't need a lock, but if I'm moving it around,
I didn't have to buy one for mine. Has it already. So,
Yeah,
but if
it-
you need a longer one, just go online. Go. You can like that's still probably a standard size. If it's an inch and an eighth, that's standard.
well, it's not. I put the standard. It's not long enough to go because the thickness
No, but
of the.
there's multiple standards though.
There's multiple
Yeah,
standards,
there's 5/8, 7/8, inch and an eighth.
I think it's an inch and an eighth.
Is that what it
Okay.
is?
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
look. Yeah, it's long.
Just
What's
buy the variety
what's-
pack.
What's the standard for like a coin door? How what is that?
Probably
One
the
thing is
most
market.
common is 5 or 7/8. One of those two. Depends on. It
pretty
depends.
It depends on the
Yeah.
cabinet. Yeah.
Mhm.
Midway games, 5/8. At least coin doors and the back door. So-
I've probably for the arcade I've probably bought 500 locks. Because it's not just the coin door,
Quit
then you have
bragging.
the-
Yeah.
That's
the
good.
one behind it, and then the one in the back.
yeah.
All keyed the
yeah.
same too. No, it's a lot of changing of locks is what it
It
is.
is.
So if you need a lock, just contact Brad.
Yeah, for his extras.
Twisted quarters where I get them from.
Yeah, that's where I got
Uh,
mine from too.
Yeah.
I would probably
Shipping
buy
is-
100 to 500 from Twist if I was placing an order with Twisted
Yeah,
Quarter
you
just
get
to
it way
make the
cheaper the
shipping
more
worth
you
it.
buy.
Yeah, and then that makes
Yeah.
it worth the FedEx shipping that they charge.
Well, and I was pissed because last time I placed an order and I really needed something. I'm like, okay, but I also need these locks. And they only had 2 out of the 3 sizes because I just like to stock up. And of course, the one, the size that they didn't have is the one that I was also completely out of. Like, fuckers. But
I have
bought one of
I
them.
have like 150 locks sitting down in my U.S. mailbox that I can't get down to right now.
Ooh, tell me
Yeah,
where it is
I-
and I'll steal them.
About a month ago, I had shipped
Huh.
some, and
Well,
they're
then
just
if
sitting there.
maybe come Grinkers, I can get you to bring me a couple of I only need like 3 of I think it's the longest ones. And,
I don't know if our border's gonna be open by then.
October.
I have a funny feeling it's not going to be.
Oh.
Like Grinkers? You're
Cue
talking
up the Taco Bell commercial, the border.
Yeah. That's right.
Wonderful
People are smuggling across the border of Canada to go to Grinkers. They will. So breaking news, actually,
caravan.
while we're sitting here at 8:17, that was 5 minutes ago. The our guy who does the communication for California Extreme basically said, "Hey, we're monitoring things. So not a yes, not a no, but we're not selling tickets yet. We're not opening the room block yet. We're going to wait and see what the recommendation is, and we're holding back for right now." So
This news segment brought to you by Carrie Z.
that's right. Yeah, breaking news. Yeah, I want a little like.
I was too late to get the whole music queued up. It would have interrupted you too much. Even for me.
Even for
It's so
Jeff.
funny to have the video behind you, Mock, because it just feels like you're like swaying and floating.
I'm trying to find a still picture.
You need to
of
find the
Yeah.
right home in that video where you could just fall backwards.
Yeah.
Whoa.
that.
Like you're
What I
speaking-
might do is I'll just put the camera on a tripod and just record the room, running for like
Still, yeah.
5 minutes
yeah.
or something, and then
And
let
then
it
loop
loop.
it.
Loop it.
Yeah, then it looks like I'm in the arcade room.
Oh,
it looks more
yeah.
colorful. Like I like Orange Whips, even though it's a photo. But at least
Even
it's
though, how many
colorful.
times have you actually
Yeah.
broadcasted from there? It's like
Well, I
next
used to do it
door.
a lot, but now I never do because it's
Yeah.
warmer in this room and it's more temperature controlled. I
Yeah.
could turn on the heater or I could turn on the air conditioning, but
Just leave the games on for like an hour before you go out there.
yeah, nice and toasty.
What's the gun on the wall again?
Oh, that's from Aliens, the pulse rifle.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Pachoo, pachoo,
Doesn't actually
pew, pew,
work,
pew.
right?
actually
Yeah.
it does. It
It
shoots
shoots depleted uranium rounds.
some grenade launcher on it. No, it shoots really powerful. Actually, the airsoft
darts.
gun, our airsoft. And it will.
Oh, yeah, those little pellets,
Yeah,
the plastic.
it'll shred
BBs.
like a tin can. You don't want to. You can feel it if you get hit by one, and it shoot. And the counter goes down too with the pellets that shoot out.
How many can it hold?
1 billion.
God, I don't know. I've never checked that. I don't know. You just fill up the magazine and the clip comes out just like in the movie.
They run all over.
Yeah,
Oh, nice Christmas story.
I don't like taking it outside.
Close it up.
Too much like a gun and get shot.
Good.
I had one when I was 8 years old.
Yeah, you shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah. Oh my God, I shot my eye out.
Yeah.
I did shoot my eye
Yeah.
out. That was great.
Bleak, what is your background? I should probably know
If
this.
you guys ever saw Black Mirror, that's where the 80s arcade people live in.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
little, they're not living, but
Yeah.
they live life. You guys see
Yeah.
the Black Mirror episode I'm talking
Yep.
about?
I know exactly which one you're talking about. That's badass episode.
I love that episode. It's what
I
the
love
girl
that
from
story.
Halt and Catch Fire.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I only watched a few episodes of that.
So, good stuff.
Yeah, I wonder when season 4.
I
If
know that show's
if
really
and when.
lagged as far as like episodes. I only had 4 episodes this season. What the hell's up with that?
Or was it 3? I thought.
Hey
That was even less.
guys, you're in the basement.
Ha!
Oh, that's
Oldie.
funny.
That's an oldie when he had all the Nintendo games.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Where's the
it was the first one I could find.
I love that. Oh my God. I was just watching a bunch of his videos because I was getting pumped about my Dragon's Lair. So I was watching when he got his Dragon's Lair and,
Oh, nice.
and Space Ace. And I want that book. There was one where I didn't realize there was like this book about collecting. Do you have that book, Andrew? You seem like somebody who would have that book.
What,
Collecting
Bits-
Dragon's Lair. It's like collecting Dragon's Lair and Space Ace because John showed it in the video. I'm like, I don't remember ever seeing that book.
It's just a dedicated book for Dragon's Lair and Space.
It's for laser games. Yeah, collecting and it's like the history of them. It's like 38
I've
bucks.
heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a paperback. It's Amazon collecting Dragon's Lair. Do that,
Hmm.
and yeah, it got me excited.
Collecting Dragon's Lair, he says.
Yeah, but he was showing it in one of his books or one of his videos, and I was like, oh wow.
Hey, look at that. $40.
Yeah.
I'll add that to my Christmas wish list. How about that? Thanks,
Huh.
Dave.
No sweat.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I'm considering buying a 2 terabyte solid state drive now. Micro Center has a good deal on Samsung's right now. There's like some promotion going on, but you have to you go to Micro Center's website and choose your store and stuff. And then when you're going to add an item to your cart, like you go to your shopping cart and the button, instead of, pay or whatever, is reserve. So you actually make a reservation for your item. Then you drive, they send you an email when it's ready. You drive there. I think you text them when you get there. And they give them your order number, and or a guy walks up, you give them your card and order number. They run it, and then they text you when you can walk inside the store and get your item.
You know Max Headroom's the
Oh,
coolest
interesting.
background. You know it, man.
You gotta go.
Ooh,
Oh.
Catch the wave.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember Max Headroom promoting new Coke? Coke,
That's right.
Coke, catch the wave. So the video behind me is Till playing Dragon's Lair 2 on my main machine. Look at Keith pop his head in. Doot.
With the, with the Devo hat.
Oh, that's funny.
We're getting drunk and Till's like the only sober one there.
That's funny. So I picked up a game today, guys. Did you hear?
Yeah.
Ooh, no.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
God.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
You guys
Deal,
heard
too.
that. So I am part of Carrie and Jimbo's club of Gallic 88 owner.
Mm-hmm.
So it just was
I don't have one. I
Well,
haven't
you bought it. I just have
oh,
it.
that's true. Yeah,
Oh, it
yeah,
was a present to Jim. That's right.
yeah, exactly. Okay.
Got it.
You got such a
You're
fucking
here with us.
deal on that, and that cabinet looks like it's in
Oh
really
my
good
God,
shape
yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't waterlogged. It was a blind post in Craigslist with no photos. All it said was text for photos. I'm like, okay, price is low enough, so I text for photos. Didn't hear back for a whole day. Middle of work today, I hear my phone going ding, 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 ding. I'm getting all these pictures. I'm like, holy shit. And I text Jim. I'm like, hey, is this dedicated? I don't know anything about it. And he was like, yeah. So I went over
Yeah,
there.
you lucky fuck.
Yeah, that was a great price.
I
Yeah.
wasn't even thinking about getting one because it was out of my price range,
Don't tell Night Flyer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Because-
I shared the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
He's
first
like,
in
"You
line
son
if
of
I
a
ever
bitch."
get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice. Yeah.
So you get your laptop.
It's a super
Greg?
fun game.
Yes.
Awesome. So it's in my van right now, so I haven't even pulled it out. I got to recap it, and the game works. So I just got to.
That's awesome.
Speaking, Carrie, you look so clear tonight. Using a different.
I'm back to my work laptop.
Oh, okay.
So the other laptop you got is not working, or
Oh no, it's working. The camera just isn't there. Isn't
oh,
it?
well,
Isn't that
Top
great?
notch.
Yeah. It's. I look like Monet
Muddy.
painted me.
you
Yeah.
look
You know,
like,
kind of
Max
softened.
Headroom.
As I continue to age, I'll switch to that one, and then I can just it'll be like wrinkles. I have no wrinkles. What do you mean? I'm just fuzzy.
You look
Yeah.
like you're wearing somebody's glasses that you don't need glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you wear your dad's glasses. And
We're
you're like,
viewing her
"You're
with beer goggles. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't even buy webcams. They're like $200-$300 now because they're sold out everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Crazy.
Wow, I should put up my
Nuts.
spare one on. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Bring it here. I can use that one in case I
Yeah.
need. Although my work laptop works just fine. Goodness
Wait,
knows
you
I'm
could
not going back to
bring
work
it-
Well,
anytime.
You mean
Yeah, I
ship
just
it?
use my old 920 for as a second camera for when I'm live streaming. So that's
Got it.
because this one that I'm using now is just the one up from the 922 or whatever. It's identical. There's not a whole lot different than it. So
So like I think Andrew had to pick up two during this, so it's kind of weird. Like you don't shake hands when I handed the money over in the envelope, and I freaking
roll it up in a spitball and
No, I have I still had some Lysol wipes, so I went down with that. So it came in handy.
Nice.
I like sanitize all my hands and everything.
Yeah, I totally did the same
I
thing.
think
Wore
I'm
gloves the entire
90%
time, and yeah, just didn't touch
Yeah,
and
it
stayed.
was a weird transaction. It wasn't like the normal shake the hands and
Very
buddy
weird.
buddy thing,
I've
Yeah.
started now. I broke out my, and sure enough, I was half kidding, but sure enough, I pulled out my I've got a new pack of respirator masks I discovered, but then I grabbed my other one that I'd only use like once, and I put it on. And I took it off, and it still had a little residue of like Bondo does, a nice little outline. But I wore that to get groceries, and then I put on the latex gloves and stuff. And so I actually just left that on the passenger seat in my car, so because I'm just going to keep using it then, just to make everyone else feel a little bit better. It's for them, not for me,
Yeah.
obviously.
I love how distracting these backgrounds are.
Oh my god,
Right.
what the fuck, Tron?
Mock is entertained.
Oh Jesus,
Ants.
Yeah.
I don't even need to use a soundboard tonight. I'll just, you guys
Yeah,
can just
I know,
entertain me.
right? Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, I have to. It's funny. I have my project drive is 750 gigs, and now it's like, oh my god, I kind of need to get, because I'm already over like 250 gigs of video footage, and so it's like I need to get I need to finally upgrade that. but it's one of those things where it's like all my drives, with the exception of some storage stuff in my computer, I have 3 solid states. I have one for my OS, one for the projects video projects I'm currently working on, and then one just for Adobe Cache, media cache. And so it's like project drive is 750 gigs, OS is 500 gigs, and then my media cache is 250. And so it's like, all right, so I need to buy a new project drive, and then everything gets like shuffled down one. So the OS will then be the 750, the 500 will be the cache drive, and then I'll just put the 250 somewhere, leave it hanging around for a backup or something. But,
Oh, I got a weird question about the pinballs. The new
Mock, we're gonna get flagged.
Do this. Block it.
Yeah.
Jim, do the new pinballs have hard drives or something in them?
Yeah, they're a PC essentially. If you open up the back box and there's a metal covering, 4 screws, and you open it up, and yeah, it's just you got your ATX power supply, solid state drive.
Video later of all the guts and stuff.
Not really. I'm sure other people have already done that.
All right, I'll take a search then.
Yeah, it's Jersey Jack. They're all pretty much the same. But yeah, they solid state drive. You got your motherboard, and everything's all. In fact, I actually had to jump my power supply on the motherboard to force boot on Wonka just the other day because I discovered that if you turn on the game, so what happened was I turned on my Wonka, and it just started to boot up, and I get a call, so I shut it off, but I didn't let it boot up the whole way. So then the next time I went to turn it on, nothing. You could hear some voltage, but nothing on the screen. Nothing. It was just, and so sure enough, I go back there, and the ATX power supply's there, and just like with the Mega Touch, another PC that's set to basically boot on power. And so if you disrupt that, and I don't know what it does it must do something to the BIOS temporarily or whatever. So I took like a paper clip or whatever. Actually, I used a twist tie, and you jumper those 2 pins, you boot it, and then you get it to boot all the way up, shut it off. And I had to cycle the actual ATX power supply, not the whole game, and then it's back to normal. But so yeah, you have to, if I discovered it, basically if you turn it off before it's booted up the whole entire way, that'll reset.
That's kind of bad.
Yeah, I mean, Mega Touch, I don't. Mega Touch only does that if the CMOS battery goes.
But
so like,
do that.
Yeah. So I was actually prepared because I was like, well, I got it. So basically, the first time I did it, I jumped it, got it to boot, and I'm like, all right, it's good. And I pulled out my twist tie, and everything just shut off. I'm like, the fuck? Like if you just trigger it, it should boot the whole way. And so I was like, oh, maybe something happened with the BIOS setting. And I was all prepared. I text Chris with Kingpin Games at this time because I explained what happened, what I was doing. And he's like, oh yeah, you're doing the right thing. And I was like, so do I was convinced then that I needed to plug in a keyboard, get into the BIOS, and make sure that was set because I was acting like it wasn't. And he's like, no, that it should be fine unless the CMOS battery's dead, which it wouldn't be this early in the game. So I was all set to do that. But then just turning off and on, cycling the ATX power supply did the trick right after I force jumped it. So I don't know what it was, but
so not using like the power switch on the cabinet, but toggling the
yeah.
ATX.
So if you right on
the rocker, yeah,
on the rocker, yeah.
Hmm.
But doing that by itself without jumping the power supply did nothing. So I had to force jump it and then toggle that switch.
Weird.
I don't know. Yeah, but I made a little note of it in case it happens again.
Nice.
Yeah, because it was weird. Like he'd hit the power to the whole game, and you could hear voltage. In fact, the service outlet in the game worked just fine. And if you looked at the driver board, all the red lights are there. I tested every fuse. It was all good because I thought first maybe a fuse blew or something for some reason. But it was just that. Yeah. So it's bizarre. I mean, I think that game boots off of, it's got some version of Linux, just like Megatouch does.
Yeah.
I bet you there's a
But,
hacking scene for those too, probably.
Maybe. Yeah.
Software hacking. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Probably.
I just saw today on one of the main Wonka threads on Pinside that someone was running a beta version of software on their machine. I don't know what.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you can't find it on Jersey Jack's site, so I don't know where they got it.
Probably not supported either. So.
Yeah. Anyhow, that was my nerdy little thing. I need a hard drive for my video or a bigger hard drive, and that's about it. I'm more than halfway done with my mods. Yeah.
Yep, I've been seeing some of them that you've been sharing. Cool stuff.
Yeah. Tomorrow I want to get on, if I have time, do the factory upgrade. So.
Oh, the
Anyhow.
software.
I'm supposed to ask Dave something.
No, the actual Wonka factory on the
factory.
playfield.
Factory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
gonna be a cool one.
Got it.
You didn't read
Yeah,
the-
and hopefully that's looks to be actually a lot easier than I thought. The things, the mods that I think were going to be pretty straightforward and simple have not been. Surprise, surprise. In fact, I got a kick out of doing the Wonka Tower one today because on Mezzomod site it's like this easy to install mod. I'm like, it's not fucking easy. You have to get at these little tiny screws, bolts basically that are from underneath the plastic holding that tower in. So you have to carefully lift the plastic up, get a 1/4 inch nut driver underneath there to unscrew it, and then get it unscrewed without dropping it on the play field because it could slide all the way down. And there's 2 of them. It took me like half an hour just to get, or it felt like half an hour to get these. I'll look at the footage, but
Oh,
but I was
right.
like, I'm going to speed that up because it was a pain in the ass just to get these 2 out, and then of course you can lift and that's all there is to it really, because then you just put the new mod over the LEDs. But and then of course this has been an ongoing theme with a lot of these mods is that even though you could follow the directions 100% and it would probably be fine, but it's like they did the mod like 90% perfect, but they didn't quite go that extra 10% to make it like perfectly secure. So in this case, and you'll see this in the video, but when you remove the Wonka tower off the play field, there's a little board that has the 5 LEDs that spell Wonka, that illuminate Wonka, and those 2 screws, those bolts hold that in place, even though it's cut. There's a little rectangle that's cut out like this, and so it can't go anywhere, but it's kind of it's not real solid and stable. It would probably rest just fine. You'd probably be okay, but in the directions they just want you to put the smokestack right over that and just line it up and be done with it, rather than like securing that somehow. So I took 2 pieces of heavy duty 3M mounting tape and finessed it underneath there to hold that in place so it can't go anywhere. There's no give at all to it, and then put the smokestack over it. But it's like little things like that I've been running into where it's like, well, why didn't you just go 1/2 step? Because you're telling me that no one noticed this. Like, why don't you go? That was like my gobstopper sign. That I got that all squared off and got those LEDs in there. Those LED, so it's angled like this. So if this is the front facing out, the gobstopper sign, and here's the bottom right here, and then the LEDs sit shooting up like this, so it illuminates the sign, but there's no back to it, and so you get this bright spill off from these LEDs, and you get a reflection in the Wonkavator plastics, and it's this glaring reflection because like when I first got it going, I'm like, this looks great, and then I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's those LEDs. They're bouncing off everything. They're spilling all this white light. So I took I cut a good size piece of cardboard just to fit the back, painted it black, and then super glued it around that border to block all that spill so there's no glare and reflection. But it's like, why didn't they go this extra little step? And how is someone not going to notice that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's those little things like that I've been running into a handful of times throughout these mods.
To be fair,
Yeah.
none of you guys watch Letterkenny, huh? Good show.
Oh,
Well, Letterkenny,
Sorry.
I like Letterkenny.
Canadians would know.
yeah. So that's my little rant. Granted, it's a $23 mod, so it's like, but at the same time, it's like, how do you not notice this when you're installing it? Unless I didn't get a part, but it said nothing in the instructions about install back cover.
Yeah.
What was that?
I think I got a Facebook notification on my computer.
Show everybody.
Yeah.
Anyways, but that's, it's a small, I've done 9 mods now, I think, and that's two or three have been like that. My back glass mod, that's probably my favorite thus far, just because it's so noticeable. I tweaked that a bit from what the original instructions were like. All this stuff's documented, so I don't need to go into it, but they didn't want you basically to use the 2 brackets at the bottom of the monitor that basically prevent it from possibly sagging. It's held on by 2 powerful magnets, and they don't want you to use you push those back so that this bracket with these LEDs can flush mount in there. But in the directions they're like, well, these brackets really aren't necessary. They're just there just in case, but we haven't experienced that. You'll be fine. I'm like, fuck no. That's like reassurance. So I cut the LCD and jumper wired them so that I could still use those
Mark,
brackets.
why you gotta copy my video?
Oh,
That's a placeholder.
We could all be Max Headroom.
yeah.
We'll all be Max.
Would you paint your faces like a really smooth orangish
Shiny.
hue or shiny? Yeah,
Like,
some really
it's
bright
mock headroom.
blondy.
He's got a shine a
Mock
light.
headroom,
Or
there you
no,
go.
do the guy from Spaceballs who's spoofing Max Headroom, where he's like, Pizza the Hut. Yeah. Or pizza is coming after you. Or
Pizza's
taking
gonna
out for
take you out.
Yeah.
Pizza's gonna send out for you.
There you go.
That's that what he says? I think he says pizza.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Or
wrong.
pizza is
Pizza
gonna send out.
will send
for
out
you.
For you. Yeah.
You must try the sushi special. Oh, that's Back to the Future
Back
too.
to the Future. Yeah.
Oh, because they also do a Max Headroom thing in there too.
Yeah. With Reagan.
Speaking of Back to the Future, Jim, I was watching Back to the Future, or I was listening to Back to the Future today while I was doing work in the basement.
The audiobook. Okay.
Well, no, it was on. It was on, and then I don't know when Marty was in Lorraine's room. Okay,
What the hell?
in the car.
Put that away.
Drew,
I can't.
And
Is that from
Society.
Okay.
It's a scary movie.
Did you ever catch this? I actually had to rewind it because did I hear that right? Because I was just listening while I was painting some of my.
Wait, say it again, Dave.
When Marty was in Lorraine's room when he was just waking up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Which movie?
He kept calling
Back
her.
to the Future.
Lorraine
which
kept
one, 2,
calling
or 3?
Marty.
We do the same
This
thing.
is number one. Number one. First movie.
Good call, Andrew.
Calling him Calvin.
Yeah.
Why do you keep calling me Calvin? He goes, well, that's all over your underwear, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, well, no, actually, people call me Marty. Then he moved. And then she's like, okay, Calvin, Marty, McFly. She says McFly.
It says Klein.
Klein.
Nope.
It says Calvin Marty Klein.
Nope. It's McFly. I rewound it twice.
I'm watching it right now.
I'm dead serious.
Pull it up, because it.
Hold up. You think
Always
it's kind
been.
No, she says, "Oh, McFly." I could
Here,
have.
I'll pull it up.
Is
Let me find
this
it.
is one you said?
Yes, this is one.
Hey, it's like in there with your mock.
It's so.
Yeah,
I'm with
this is the
my
first one.
friends. They're here.
Oh, that's awesome. You're with yourself too.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Yeah,
a
weirdly.
But you can't shift it so that you're there, and then
Yeah,
then
we
you'll have all
shift
the others.
over to your head.
Go away, younger self.
Yeah.
I actually
Dave,
skipped
Dave,
right
I
to
found
that
it.
part.
Dave, I found it, and it's even got subtitles on it. It's Klein. I'm sorry, but I'll play it. I'll play it though. You
All right.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pleased to meet you, Calvin. Marty. Klein.
Yeah,
Here,
Calvin's-
I'll turn it up.
Is that Klein? He's saying
Definitely says
Klein.
Klein.
Here, let me
It's Klein.
turn.
I just watched it.
Yeah, because she references the jeans he's wearing.
Yeah.
I know
Well,
that.
underwear.
I thought she
Here.
said
That is
McFly.
the jeans. This is underwear.
Marty. Klein.
Klein. It's one syllable.
Klein.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
All right, it is
Definitely,
one.
there's no Mick in there. Yeah.
Maybe I heard. All right, I'm gonna watch my version again. I'm gonna,
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
I like that Dave got excited though about that because that would be a cool find because I don't think it's fun to discover hiccups like that, but I just think that'd be too substantial of one. That even like even they would have ADR'd something in there if she had accidentally said that. I think they would have caught that, but I do love Dave's persistence. He's like, "Fuck you! It's McFly. McFly! Oh, konnichiwa." I've been
Careful.
monitoring that Zoom call.
McFly!
Careful.
Was that? Is that back to? That's Back to the Future too. Read my facts.
Yeah.
You're fired.
Yeah.
Oh. and the bathroom has a fax machine in it.
Yeah, every room has a built-in fax into the wall.
Gleek, what is behind you? That's
There's a game, Rocket League, that's
Oh yeah.
This is an
Been ripped off
actual
from Top
version,
Gear.
a live version. You can see the
I love there's a tractor playing.
no,
That's the goalie.
actual
Goalie.
Yeah.
Oh.
that's funny.
What southern state is this at?
I think that's a different.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. What southern state now experiencing an outbreak is that at?
Yeah. Well,
Top Gear.
oh,
UK
just
did
all
that
we're doing
years
is
ago.
downsizing greatly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I love the use of the tractor. That's awesome.
Crane tractor, yeah.
Oh, backhoe,
Yeah. There we go. Backhoe.
Fun to play that.
Who are you calling a hoe?
Calling him a hoe.
Yeah.
He's got the moves though.
They're less distracting now, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. Those are fun though.
Oh my God, yeah. Me and Mark will be going all night with these things.
I'm gonna record my arcade room with some appropriate music video and
No, because Brad was so
it's on a
stoked,
tripod.
I actually thought he was at his location.
Yeah.
Everything's just so. All the screens in the games are just frozen.
Yeah.
I haven't been
Oh,
there
well, you
for
can't
so
really-
long. They just don't work.
Guys, get this.
Wondering if
So-
that was real or not. I was
Did
like,
you
what
see
is that?
Slack? So Lewis is like, got room for my ugly mug, and I put no. The room is capped at 100 people.
He gets a link every week.
I know it's. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I sent it
sorry.
to him.
Only the people that are on regularly enough. After a while, if you're not on within a certain time frame,
Yeah.
Blocked.
get
Yeah,
denied.
yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
revoked.
You've been reset.
Like,
You've been too
man, they'll
long.
all want to come in.
If we let Lewis in, it'll be anarchy.
Dogs, cats and dogs. Chaos.
It is true, sir. He does not have a dick.
This man has no dick.
Was that ad libbed? I think it was.
I think it
wasn't
was. Yeah, it was.
There's
think-
a couple lines that are
Yeah, because there's a
in the
bunch
movie.
of different versions of it that he
Mhm.
does.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm surprised
It's a-
Seabart isn't
Yeah.
here. Is he okay? Is he
wasn't
alive?
here earlier.
He
I
was
don't-
here earlier. Yeah, when
Yeah, he
we
was
first
here
kicked off.
earlier.
Yeah.
I was interested to hear that a lot of lines that what's the black guy's name? Hudson? No,
Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson. Yeah, there's a lot of lines that he was supposed to say, and they gave him to either Dan Aykroyd or to Bill Murray or whatever to say.
like-
So he
It's like
got a
Lord
lot
of
of
the
his
Rings.
he got a lot of his lines taken away from him. Yeah, they usually bummed about.
Yeah, I mean Frodo steals all the best lines from the Hobbit throughout the entire Lord of the Rings. Like a bunch of great lines that Mary has in the books. Like
Oh,
Frodo
that
gets them, stuff like
Frodo
that.
gets
Oh, I
it.
didn't know
Oh,
that.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. Yeah,
I think Orange Whip. What do you
Like
call
Samwise put in my ass. Like that one.
Orange Whip, Barton.
Put it in my
Tolkien used a different phrase, but I mean that was
he's the Elven version. Yeah,
yeah.
Not there's not anything wrong with it, but it was a very friendly ending.
very happy.
Did I upset
Yeah.
Seabart because I told him he wasn't from
Yeah.
Canada?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Canada shamed him.
Oh, come on, Canada. Come on, Seabart. Where are you?
He can usually
Join
roll
our
the
background
punches well.
fest.
Yeah.
It'd be funny is like Carrie puts a background on it and it's the same background.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I have one on right now. What? You can't tell. That's why you don't see the dog.
Yeah, her dog's in like
It's
mid-jump.
What you really
Dogless.
need, what you really need for your background is you actually still sitting there too. So it's like a still frame of
Yeah.
this, and then you get up to go get something to drink. And
Oh my God,
like,
that would be awesome.
wouldn't that be trippy?
Like your
Yeah.
pause
Or-
screen is basically you, just a short little video. of you
Yeah.
No, just do like a
smiling
5-minute
and nodding every
loop
once
of
in a
this.
while.
It could be a 5-minute video of you working on a game in the back while you're
Yeah.
sitting here talking to us.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the giveaway would be if we saw the Vectrix background there. And we
Yes.
remember Vectrix.
That's
or
right.
how about a loop of you just like working on a game? You can't see your head. You're just like your whole head is like buried in the game. You just
Yeah.
keep pulling shit out.
Yeah.
It's like over, but like you never stop. It's like a clown car.
Like endless
Just
cap
throwing
kit.
shit over here.
Yeah.
Gak, it would just be him just go.
Yeah.
Never ending drink.
Endless
Yeah.
I like this old video that I found of the arcade, like from I don't know how many years ago this is.
Oh,
Ah.
That's
yeah,
just
that's
really-
before the red lighting.
It's all
Oh,
before the
nice.
lighting.
A lot less
Oh,
games.
Fewer
Before
games.
you didn't even have Super Turbo then.
Spy Hunter's right there,
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
but it's turned off. I think because I
Guy, your Spy Hunter is really small, or your hand is ginormous. Are those retro cades or whatever, or new wave
Yeah.
toys? Yeah, you're ahead of the curve.
that
Yeah.
actually would be pretty funny too. Is setting up a scene of those things that look like they're actually in an arcade.
Really
behind
blow
you.
them up large. Yeah.
Yeah, and put them behind you.
Oh my God, that's
There you go, Mock.
that's so much artistic work before next show. That's homework.
Once they put the
Yeah,
dragon's
homework.
layer out.
Yeah.
Sometime.
Well, I'm impressed with Nashville and its background because yeah,
Where is-
It's
what is
very
it?
know.
uniform,
Yeah,
it,
looks
yeah,
very
it
great.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
evenly lit.
I could use an arcade background. Then I could say, "Hey, I got an arcade." And
Yeah.
by the way, hey guys,
Of you, yeah.
We can even take seeing your face.
bad connection. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mhm. I keep on calling. She keeps on hanging up. Pink Floyd.
No, that would be my social life.
I'm a time traveler.
Bump.
Could be both.
Oh, it's like everyone's social life right now.
Yeah, no, that's
Nobody
true.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about this before the show started. I gotta say, I'm actually really comfortable with the whole social thing right now. I don't really like.
I don't have a problem with it one bit.
Our- our-
Like people just like you order food and they just bring it out to your car, and it's like they just like put it in the trunk, and they just put it in the trunk and go away. It's fucking awesome. You go to the liquor store, you order booze from the liquor store, you just pull up front, put it in the trunk.
In the trunk, fucker.
Yeah.
I tried doing that with groceries, but they didn't have like I had to actually walk into the store because their online site or whatever wasn't up to date or didn't have everything, even though they had stock on some of the other stuff. So
One of the very
But I
first things they
tried.
did here was you're allowed to go to a restaurant. You can actually get alcohol to go as well.
Yeah, they do that
had
here too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As soon as they did they shut the restaurant or they shut everything down, they did that.
They should
That's
just
it.
leave
That's
that
it, yeah,
that way. Who
Same thing with weed.
cares?
You're like your
Yeah.
drug dealer will run out to your car for you and drop it.
Yeah. Yeah. On Saturday's bonus show, I had a Long Island iced tea.
Oh, that's
Which-
right.
Gleek, is that the set of
Oh.
bad?
That was- yeah.
Because
drink
I'm
on the Saturday
bad,
shows. The
I'm
Tuesday
bad.
shows, it gotta be
You
good.
know it. And the whole
Oh,
world
that's
now
actually
stands
the
around now.
best.
Just tell you once again, who's bad?
Gleek's bad.
Boom, boom, doo, doo.
Yeah, I've tried to do the pickup thing, the Safeway, like you order and then they bring it out to your car, but they've not had any slots available
Huh.
for. They only show like a week
Not
at a
enough
time,
sluts.
and they're
Hey,
like,
you dirty slut.
yeah,
Oh,
There's no
Sam,
sluts
put it in the
available.
trunk.
no sluts available at all.
Huh.
Yeah, no, the booze thing. Like there's actually a line to get into the store, but if you just sit there and like order through their website, they'll just
Yeah.
bring it out to your car.
Yeah.
Like they just send to do that with a cart. It's great. He's wearing
Uh,
gloves and a mask.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll say about
Wow.
this social distancing thing is I've had more happy hours in like 1 week than I normally do in a month. I mean, like coworkers, friends. I mean, it's so easy. And I wonder how much of this is going to carry over when this all.
Yeah, nobody's
No.
gonna want to work at the office anymore.
I think we should just keep doing this.
Oh my God!
I don't see the
Saturday's
problem.
party of a Zoom show that we had. Oh my God! What was the max? 14
Oh,
or did we
Something like
made it
that,
up to
yeah.
14? I think.
It was
That
definitely
was-
the most full we've ever had.
That was super fun.
Oh, it was so much fun. And we weren't, it wasn't like, yeah, people are obviously talking over, but it wasn't as much of a shit show as that you would expect it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually texted those guys to see if they. I haven't heard back. Steve might be he's an early bird. So when he called me, he said that he's still working. So he's still going into the office. He's like third generation family owned business where they sell welding guns. So they're super busy.
Yeah.
And but small business, like 10 people. So he's still, I imagine he's probably in bed or whatever. I haven't heard from Chris, but I did see the
I'm right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
here I'm
Yeah.
right
And
now.
you look like you're sporting a little extra scruff there.
Yeah, you know.
I just got rid of mine. Yeah. So I could wear a face
Yeah.
mask.
I shaved for you guys. Actually, that was
There you
mask too. Yeah. No, I wore the mask
There you
yesterday
go.
with some scruff. It was like, ah!
I had to shave.
How did that go
eventually. I couldn't handle it anymore. I let it grow out as long as I could.
You know, traditionally I'm a little lazy, like once a week shaver, but now it's like every week and a half, 2 weeks. Man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I could just do the neck today. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
All right, when are we
working
gonna
at-
see? Oh, when are we gonna see
Oh,
your
go
wiener
ahead.
dog footage?
Yeah, that looked awesome.
Oh, thanks.
the
That's gonna
GoPros,
take a
yeah.
while to edit because I did all that on GoPro and it's like I don't know. I gotta just to save the files. It took like an hour. It was like,
Oh, really?
because
To
it was like a
transfer it?
half hour. It was like a half hour of 4K footage,
Oh.
and then you gotta like convert it to something, and then you can mess with it. But all I did was save it to my
Oh.
computer. That was my first step. So
I've got 4 full 64 gig SD cards
Nice.
here, plus whatever's in my cameras right now, just from doing, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Wonka mods, the full feature length video.
Yeah.
It will not be
Actually,
real
longer-
time. This shit that like these screws and stuff that have been a pain in the ass is just gonna get. I'm not gonna just cut it all out. I think some of it I'll just speed it up.
Do the thing where people like put the mod on like next to where it's gonna go, and then you snap, and then it's on.
That's a
Yeah.
fucking Todd Tucky is what you're talking about. Poof.
Yeah.
And then I need a Three Stooges eye poke in there, like the hulkiest editing ever.
Doink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power of
Yeah,
movie
it's funny.
magic.
And then you get up and you hear like celery
Mark.
breaking.
Yeah.
Aw.
Aw. That's my Todd
Nice
Tucky.
guy.
Aw. Yeah.
all right. So I'm trying to figure out here: is Orange Whip actually in his arcade, or is that like a backdrop of his arcade? I think it's a backdrop, right?
Yeah.
Because like I know
Backdrop.
Gleek's in like some kind of nuclear wasteland there.
Mine's
You
a
get the
backdrop,
grand
too.
prize. Yeah.
See? So you got the
Oh, nice.
It's like
All
a
right.
glow stick on your finger.
Yeah.
we do the Orange Whip opened us up to a whole
New
Yeah,
tricks.
now
All
it's-
right.
Wonka
Sorry.
Mods. Wonka Mods, the miniseries. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, oh,
Although I
nice.
just today I was like, welcome to part 2 or whatever. So I made the executive decision to be like, I need to break it at least
See,
here.
well, Andrew already has a cool background, and so does Dave. And You know, it says
There
gym.
you
And
go.
Carrie's got her nice, comfy home, and mine's
There you go.
ugly. So
Yeah.
Here's a beer for
And you can see my complete arcade too.
Yeah.
there you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
Deep in the
represents
cabinet.
it like to a T.
Yeah.
No, Clint only goes for the black and white stuff.
I like
Oh, nice.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Look, we're inside Gleek. We're inside somebody's womb.
No, it's beer.
In a toilet. Yeah.
Ugh.
Flushed.
Oh,
It's
you
piss.
should see a
No, it's not.
doctor if that's
Oh,
what
okay. Wait. That's weird. That's so weird. Look
It almost looked like Jimbo there for a second. Like peering down in the
Gag
sun.
dropped one of his
Drinking
GoPros
beer.
in there.
That's gross. Yuck. I don't want to see.
Don't get rid of it. You see what Mock started, Jack? Sorry.
Oh man.
Yeah.
See, Mystic Yak, you got to watch earlier. We had all different
Okay.
backgrounds, like Max Headroom and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Tron.
Yeah, my coworkers, we've had, like maybe 2 times a week Zoom meetings, offline, right? And this is how we're doing this Zoom, right? And I didn't realize you could do those backdrops like that, because like one of them had like a football stadium, the one had like a baseball stadium. I'm like, all right, what's going on here?
yeah.
Me, I'm like, no webcam. I get enough of that already.
Yeah.
No need for that.
Twice a week.
Do they really need to see me hungover in the morning?
True.
So in my sweatpants,
Hey
PJs,
Jim, your
whatever.
fan club on IRC is requesting you have Oompa Loompas in your background.
Yeah.
Nope.
Jimbo,
Nope.
yeah.
Oh, that's Gino. Oh, yeah,
Like
he's
an
a
army
sweetheart.
of them walking behind him.
Yeah.
Some orange faced dude. Put Trump back there. Hey, Andrew, are you wearing your Atari Dragon shirt?
Yeah.
No, it's a lover boy.
The
Yeah,
duck?
Just
All right.
The duck dragon.
First I thought it was
pixelated dude with
That's
the
cool.
big old twinger.
Yeah.
Gotta stand up tall to get to the bottom of it.
At first I thought it was an Intellivision running guy, but I was like, oh,
That was
that's not great.
Custer's Revenge.
Yeah, right.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
My God.
Rapey.
No, a rape game. Well, that's the second rape game out there.
Yeah.
You got Loverboy, and then you got Custer's Revenge.
Yeah.
Two
Eight
games you
Ball
rape.
Paul, that's exactly what I was saying just a minute ago. That just record like a little loop of you at your your normal spot, like with the webcam probably, because it'd be perfect, and then just loop that.
Just doing
Like you
casual
said-
responses of smiling and
Then I could take a long shit
and get a boner.
and get a boner.
Without anyone knowing.
Mhm. Yeah.
There you
Oh, there we go. Look at the Gleek sitting in the actual factory.
go. He's got one.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah.
Gleek sitting in the
That's
chocolate
great.
river,
Yeah, I got a new smaller head. There we go.
Jim, can you play the sound
pouring
bite?
in his lap.
you need some orange face.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell is this?
You guzzle down sweet.
What do you mean? It's a song.
Being as much as
I like that it's like in sync with the words, but the words don't match up to the song.
Yeah.
it's off a little bit.
With YouTube.
That's so funny.
We're gonna be done today. I'm gonna get like 18 emails saying we've been copyright infringed like 18 different movies and shows.
Well, if you do
Oh,
movies,
yeah.
if you do
Well,
movies,
especially
you
with
can do trailers. So
well-
you're okay. That's what I.
Oh,
did.
you can do
I just did
trailer- oh,
I
yeah,
just
with
did
trailer.
trailers, so I'm all right.
Ah, oh, clever.
Still, it's Disney.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pro
plus
tip.
there's no sound, right? They just go off of sound.
And there's no sound on
No,
it.
they go off of video.
They
too.
go out to video.
But
too.
I'm in it, going like this.
Yeah, remix.
At least it's got the Brady Bunch thing going on, so hopefully that little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. And who cares anyway?
It's a picture in picture in picture. Yeah.
This might be the lost episode again.
Yep.
In fact, yeah.
Every 15 on the 15.
You
Yeah.
guys better start downloading it now. Well,
Yeah. Other than the
Yeah.
ones that were
Miss this
lost
shit.
to blackout.
Save your hard drive space.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't bother.
Was that Saturday Night Live where Steve Martin goes, "It's me, watching me," where they had the multiple? Anyone know that reference?
That was when he was running through the studio, right? And he goes into the control thing.
I think so. Yeah, and he goes, "It's me,
Yeah.
watching me."
Yeah, yeah. I guess I saw that.
Hey. Hey.
Hey, it's Lewis.
Who invited him?
Yo.
How many arcade games do you have now, Lewis?
Lewis should have asked
He's not,
first.
he's not connected to the audio yet.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got to push the little button.
What the heck is Lewis's name in IRC? I can never get that one.
Arcade Danger.
Arcade Danger.
Arcade Danger.
Yes, formerly Whiskey Danger.
There he is.
Yeah.
Mm.
Lewis, you should have asked first before you came on.
Right. Yeah.
What game?
I should have done what? Hi guys.
Hey,
Oh,
Howdy.
so how many games do you have?
Man, my connection is unstable.
Uh-oh.
Look good.
Delayed too.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Emotionally, or yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of everybody right now.
Yeah.
hey Gak, look at the chat, the private chat, if you get a chance.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yeah, because you don't
You
dare ask
find
that
out.
one
Just-
out.
Let's pause the show.
Yeah, I know. Why is that? No need to do that.
I don't
by the
know.
way.
All right,
So-
Gak had a video of his dog going up the stairs. Was that the first time the dog went up the stairs?
No. I try not to let him do that as much as I can because he's a wiener dog. So it can be, as they get older, it's bad for their back to go up and
How
down
old is that
stairs.
dog?
Oh,
He's 9 years old.
Oh,
So
all right.
he's
Well, we
getting
gotta-
older. So definitely, I mean, going upstairs, he's pretty much all right. Going downstairs is absolutely, every time I try to carry him down. But I can't always control it because I'm like up there working and my wife's downstairs doing stuff. And all of a sudden he just appears in the
No, I'm
office.
talking the stairs into the bed. I'm sorry. The stairs
Oh,
going.
the stairs up to the bed. In the
Yes,
room.
yes. We just got those for our old dog.
So that was like maybe his second or third time actually.
okay. So he was a little unsure of how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I had to help him.
We
push
got him
out.
today, and my wife's like trying to get, come on, do it. I'm like, the dog had shots today. The dog had a rough day.
oh, that's a
Well, we
yeah.
have so our bed downstairs. We have like a kind of like those little ottoman chairs at the base of the bed, so it's a little bit lower than the bed. And then I got I think it's like 2 or 3 steps there, but they're like longer and easier to go up. Where the bed upstairs is higher off the ground, so the stairs are steeper. So he's real hesitant with that because he's just not used to going up steeper steps, you know. But
Yeah,
yeah.
And Dave, I had to train my older dog to use the stairs. And what I did is rather than starting with the bed, which is taller, I did it so it was stairs I put the stairs first by the sofa because it was much more level. And then and used treats, just training treats. And then she got that really quick. And then I moved it to another bed that was a little higher than where the sofa was until finally I moved it to the bed where it is now, which is a
Thank you.
pretty
We
high
will
bed.
try that tomorrow. Because
I just picked my damn dog up and throw him on the bed every night.
No, we do that every night. But
Yeah.
Julia's
He can jump
trying to-
down still, but not get
Yeah.
up.
Right. Yeah.
I ain't doing that shit with my dog.
Mine's 15.
Yeah.
15
Good luck finding
Yeah.
a staircase, a doggy staircase that works for your dog.
It's a
I had
huge
enough,
deal.
Why not?
enough trouble
Yeah.
with mine, except
No,
I have 50
Andrew,
pound
your
dogs.
dogs lift you up and
Yeah.
put you on the bed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's only when you need him to get on the roof for some reason. It's like, have like 2 giant
Stepping
steps
ladder.
to get him up.
That's funny. Oh, I forgot to update you guys about the Wonkavator. Remember on Saturday I was telling you about the loud motor? So I got like a super quick email back. I love interjecting this like completely off topic. But Rob at Lure Mods, the company that does that mod, I sent him a video and an email, and like within hours he responded both to my pin site and my email that that's totally something's wrong with it, and he told me to just send him the Wonkavator back. He's going to replace the motor and he'll have it turned around within 1 day and get it back to me. So I was pretty happy about that because I watched right around that time they have a video on their site of it running and it's like way quieter. So that's comforting because I was going to be disappointed if it is that loud because it's just there's just no way you could. It's too annoying, too distracting.
Oh, that's great customer service.
So hopefully,
Yay.
yeah, great customer service. Hopefully that takes care of it. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Mom's not here to do it.
that actually hurt me. Yeah, that was a crystal, a little too loud on that one. Anyhow,
Who's Fred Garvin?
Who's Fred Garmin?
He's a male prostitute. Fred Garvin, male prostitute. Who the hell is that? I like it.
What are we talking about?
Is that Dan Aykroyd
confused.
who did that?
Yes, I have Fred Garvin. Who's Fred Garvin?
Oh,
Was that Dan
I see.
Aykroyd?
Oh,
Yeah, but it's on the.
No,
Zoom.
I know. I just
But why are you talking about it?
because
Yeah.
he's in our chat.
because he just showed up on.
Oh.
Showed up in Zoom.
Yeah, that's why.
Fred Garvin, male prostitute.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I didn't even fucking notice. I
Yeah,
was like,
I
I was
didn't
looking at the IRC and like, yeah.
Who's Fred Garvin?
He's male prostitute.
It's gonna be like, oh shit! I signed in under the wrong account. It's my Seabart
You on,
voice.
Dave?
Oh, is that one of those hackers? I heard about that. People getting into.
It's
Zoom.
password protected, so that shouldn't be. The only way they should be able to get in is if they've got a password, which means someone
Fred Garvin.
shared it.
Well, you're the host, 34K. Can't you reveal his identity?
I can make him a host. I can remove him.
You can make him host.
Well, he's kind of cool. Let's see if he reveals himself.
That's right. As he connects to the audio.
He's
We do have a lot of people
our
who
video.
are invited on our list, so it's possible that it's one of.
Yeah, as long as Fred Garvin's
It
not
could be
bothering.
Lewis. He's gone.
Oh, is it Lewis?
Maybe Lewis is
Connecting
logged
to
into an
audio.
account.
Wow,
Oh, that's
that-
true
that
because
is-
he's
I've
still
never
trying to
seen
connect
that.
to the audio, just like Lewis
I've never
did.
seen that message before.
Hmm.
Ooh, that's pretty. Looks hand painted.
We do have.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I bet you're right. I bet it's the Lewis. Ooh, ah.
yeah. Oh, that's cool. Look at the back side of it. It's got these vents.
It's ass. It's got an ass
It is.
vent.
It's got an ass. Oh, there's. I want to see the thing that's supposed to spin.
So I've invited.
Ah,
I've invited a bunch of you if you weren't there already. But our buddy Mock Joe Abate.
Wait, yes.
He like a few days ago, maybe a week ago, he started a Facebook group just called Quarantine Selfie Shots.
Oh yeah.
Just for
I'm
people
part
to
of
just
that
be
group.
goofy. Yeah, just for
Mhm.
people to be goofy and post selfies and chat back and forth. So it's been pretty fun.
Yeah, I posted a picture
think
before I
there's-
shaved when I was really scruffy,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Keep it." My wife's like, "When are you gonna
I-
shave that shit?"
I'm never gonna kiss you again.
Yeah, she goes, "It's prickly. I don't like
Yeah.
it."
Took a while for it to get soft.
I took one right now, Gak. Just said I have you guys in the background. I'm gonna try to
Awesome.
post-
There you
I'll
go.
post it. I don't take selfies very often.
What's that, Jim?
Yeah.
This is that factory mod. This is the tube that goes
Oh yeah,
over
with
it.
the tube. Oh,
One
okay.
that looks like a bathtub toy.
So you
Is
still
that like
have
3D
more
printed
mods.
or what?
Yeah, 3D printed, and it looks like it's been hand painted a little bit.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then there's so after this there's a couple of pieces that go around the railings like so, and when the ball passes through this one, this spins.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
so
That's pretty
and then
cool.
these connect with clear tubing over the rails.
I would
it'll
paint
be-
it. I would paint that silver. So like a silver
But
handle. You know.
but all this stuff is made to match what you see in the LCD screen because that
Oh, is
that
it
factory.
red?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
tubes and everything. Yeah, that's if you look at like the mod couple stuff, they're all red tubes as well because that's that's what you see in the display.
So the handle that spins it is red.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Dave.
I stand corrected.
Who's Fred? Fred's talking.
Fred.
He just
Fred.
talked.
Fred.
He said
Fred,
Dave.
Fred.
It's cousin Brian. It's cousin Brian.
Oh.
Cousin Brian.
Cousin Brian.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's who it is.
Fred Garvin, cousin Brian.
Holy
I hear you, but I
Wow.
don't see
We,
At the top, Mock, you gotta unhide the non-video participants.
It's a beautiful.
There you go,
day
Gak.
in the
I just
Oh,
you.
not
can't
Fred
see it.
Rogers.
It's
Oh, I can't see it. It's all
Oh, no.
nice.
the,
Oh, no. Chaos.
Where's your mug?
yeah,
Come on, get that-
are you gonna show us your video, cousin Brian? We don't believe it's you otherwise. It's been too long. I'm not sure I'd
Yeah.
even recognize you. It's been so many
There we
years.
go.
prove it, or at least whip out
Right?
your guitar.
Oh wait.
Check my video. Here
Whip
we
it
go.
out.
Yeah.
There we go.
Here we go.
Hey, it is cousin Brian.
Holy Holy
Oh my
shit.
gosh, how the hell are you?
It's been forever.
Wait, Dave
Where the-
drops
where the
out and we
hell's
get
Dave?
cousin Brian? Yeah.
It's like Superman and Clark
He
Kent.
traded up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice.
Okay. Hold on. Wait.
Beer.
It's
Sounds like
that's
Dave.
music
It's
to
a
my
little Blair Witch
ears.
Project.
Yeah.
And the
Ah,
old
there we go.
switcheroo.
yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Ah,
Oh,
better.
nice.
Now we can see you.
Nice. Oh, he has the Bud Light just like Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you guys.
I
Hey,
like
what's up,
I
Rick?
like Andrew's analogy that it's,
Good, how you
it's
doing?
like Superman and Clark Kent. That's fantastic.
Yeah. How long has it been, Brian? It's been a while. It's been
It's been
year?
a while, yeah.
Year.
Yeah.
Wow.
at least.
You still have you have a Austin Powers, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you still
I
have that?
still hate Dave. I hate Dave though.
He smells.
It's a whole thing.
Oh,
Mm.
Why you left?
That's why Dave left. Yeah, he's like, oh shit,
Like, oh shit.
I'm out of here.
That's why Seabart left too.
He
Seabart's
said he
like, "No,
just.
fuck it. Brad's here."
So Dave just said he lost internet just now.
oh,
Good
Yeah.
timing, huh?
Yeah, right. He
They
just
share
went to a
the
different
same
show.
dial-up
Yeah,
account.
right.
He's an arcade. radio.
Seabart and Dave are on a different Zoom
yeah.
hangout right now.
Totally.
Yeah.
They're on arcade radio.
So,
I'm
so
just gonna confess. I'm gonna confess. I moved all those fucking fire escapes out of that barn into his whatever. Every single one of them.
The storage unit.
Yep.
Yeah, brutal.
You're the real hero.
But you got a free game out of that, right?
Well, I got a game and then I had to sell it. And then I had to buy like the bottom of the barrel game just to go back to my collection.
Yeah, you got a game and a boot to the head.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Nah, nah.
Yeah.
Don't let the fire escape hit you in the ass on the way out.
yeah.
Must
So
have been
what? So,
thinking the same thing.
so what do you have in your collection right now, Brian? What's in your?
40 fire escapes.
But only one piece. Only one PCB.
Only one word.
A couple of empty cabinets.
Like all good collectors.
Holy
Yeah.
20. I'm signing off. Hopefully Dave or Seabart comes on. Nice seeing you guys.
You too,
All
Mike.
right, Glee.
See you, Glee.
Pickup.
Leak.
Have fun with Galaga. 88.
Will do.
Survive
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
apocalypse.
Yeah.
I'll
Let
let
it
you
be
guys
end.
know, okay?
Let's stay in quarantine for a couple more days though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, see you, buddy. Boot to the head.
He's used to eating like raw bacon. He'll survive all this.
Oh, Jesus.
That's pretty impressive.
To the head. I think we should start the show with boot to the head.
Get the rights for it.
Contact those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Get the rights for it. We can.
Can we get the rights to boot to the head?
Either the intro or the outro. That'd be great.
Yeah.
They'd be like, what? Really? Yeah.
All of them are dead. It's like
I know, I was just thinking.
It's in the public domain
it's
already.
over, yeah, it's 100 years
Yeah.
old. You can just use it.
Yeah, I just bought your CD like 2 months ago.
Duh.
The
Yeah.
joy.
A toy. Everyone used to say that when it was like sixth grade.
Yeah.
No toy. Everybody knows that. No doy.
No, doy. What is a doy?
Like no duh.
No, I know. It's just some modification of duh.
Yeah,
but
yeah. It's
weird that it's doy.
It's a mod.
Shiara.
It's our first mod.
I mean, here's the reality. It's like so like no matter how much like it's difficult to kind of follow kids today with some of the language that they use.
Yeah, all the
If we
slangs.
still use the language that we used as kids now,
Yeah.
it would be just as lost. No doy is a great
Yeah.
example.
Agreed.
Yeah. They use other things like that's so dank or that's lit. You know? My daughter says all sorts
And we
of
just
stuff.
said that's retarded.
Yeah.
True.
And my daughter now is saying, God, I'm seeing stuff on like IRC or like Twitter, and I don't know what they're saying because she's not in high school anymore.
Yeah.
Like you lose that after you start,
Do kids
separating
still
yourself from that.
still use the word sick? That's cool. You know,
Yeah,
like, oh, that's so sick.
I don't know if they still use that.
Poker players do that all the time.
They say it's on
Oh,
fleek.
sick.
On fleek. Yeah,
On
I hear
fleek.
my daughter say that. It's on fleek.
I had to have a college student tell me what the hell that meant.
Yeah.
Start using rad again.
Ooh,
Rad.
Tubular.
There you go.
Totally.
Yeah. Rad.
totally tubular, dude.
Totally tubular, man.
That's stale.
That's so cosmic.
Grody to the max.
Grody.
How about when we watch
Even just
Brady Bunch?
Groovy.
Or when groovy. When like Marsha would say, "Oh, groovy, Greg."
And she did it non-ironically.
Yeah.
Fruity.
Yeah. Greg was having sex with the mom in real life on that show. While they're filming that show.
Wasn't that show? No. That was
True stories of the Brady
Yeah,
Bunch.
no, he was.
Behind the
He's
scenes.
talked about it.
I
Him and the mom were when he got older, they were having sex like all over different places between takes.
like in the dad's office.
We're gonna do it on the fake grass in the backyard.
I'm fucking on the fake architect office, like fucking on dad's desk.
Dad was always working at home.
Yeah.
He was always in quarantine. Get the fuck out of my office. What's it? It better be important.
Well, the
He was
dad's
an
focused on him, not the
architect,
wife,
but
right?
He designed a house with
Call
one
me
common
mom.
bathroom. Oh,
Call me mom.
Call me mom.
What did they need a housekeeper for when the mom didn't work? Put her to
Yeah.
work. Give her a broom. Make dinner. Damn it.
Put her in her place. Yeah.
She didn't do shit. What do you need a housekeeper for? 6 kids? You wanted all these kids? I didn't. I'm gay.
The timing of that was just perfect. Like all his excuses. Oh, fuck you. I'm gay. It's like-
Going to the club.
Yeah, he came out
that's
of
like the
closet.
ultimate diss. I'm
Yeah.
gay.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. No, forget it. You're out of here.
Yeah.
I'm going to start using it. I'm gay.
no fucking-
That's like the ultimate zinger. And you know
Oh,
what?
Man.
I'm gay.
What the fuck is this? It doesn't feel like a butthole at all.
No, but every time the kids came into his office, he was always upset that he was like they were walking in there. Dad, I know you're working. Yeah, well, I am working. Well, what do you want?
Fuck you!
Well, Greg said he'd do the dishes. He's not doing them. Oh,
Interrupting.
okay.
No, and I
I'll tell your mother.
care.
I don't care.
Or tell your mother she's not doing anything.
Have Alice do it. That's what we pay her for.
Yeah. I mean, Greg's doing the dishes. Where the fuck is Alice?
She's at the meat market slamming Sam.
That's right.
Slamming Sam.
She's fond.
That sounds like the name of a joint.
That's
Welcome
why we
to
get
Slamming
half
Sam's.
off- We get half
How may I
off all
take your order?
steaks.
She's in there fondling his salami.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to
Yeah,
Slamming
yeah,
Sam's.
yeah.
How
She
may
gets-
I take your
She
order?
gets 50% off of all steaks for that. Choice cuts.
Slamming
Whoa.
Sam's arcade.
Joy.
Oh, we thought you guys were one and the same for a minute.
I'm pretty sure this
now
is
my
a fake
mind's blown.
video.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
a video loop. I don't believe it.
Apparently,
Push-up
there is a bar
contest.
in Pennsylvania called Slam and Sam's.
I Brady
Oh, no.
Bunch rant.
It's like the Bully Oyster in Police Academy. It's the gay bar.
Mm.
So my
take you to the
gay bar.
my buddy Dylan, aka Sean
Sean
guy.
guy.
Yay.
I remember that. I haven't been on here in a year and a half.
Gak, I need to record a soundbite of you saying that so I can just play that.
He's trying to join the chat, but he says he can't. And I sent him a link, and then he says messages cannot be sent to lobbies.
He has
I
to
don't know
click
what
on
hell
the
that means.
hashtag arcade in the top left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brian was Fred Garvin.
Yeah.
Prostitute. You were Fred Garvin.
He still is Fred Garvin.
No, but I pointed it out.
But as
and
you
then
can
all of a
see,
sudden I
it
looked
looks
up,
fantastic.
Need another drink.
Do you?
I do.
I gotta go smoke. I'll be back.
Go get a beer. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Take us out on your front lawn.
I miss the days when Dave used to do the show from his daughter's
lawn.
Power Wheels.
Yeah, that's right. And we could hear him
Backyard, pissing
peeing
in the back
on the
lawn,
grass. Yeah.
You know what's funny about that is now my son, today was the first day we put his Power Wheels out. He was so excited. He's driving up and down the sidewalk. Anybody got little kids, that Power Wheels is the best. Oh, you got a little guy. Dude, if you don't have one, how old is he?
Oh, he has one.
Oh, of course. All right, there he goes.
He's getting a little big for it now, though.
Well, yeah,
The
Carter's
Canadian
probably
version.
this is his last year, I'm sure, but he's 7 and he's had it for 3 years, and he's still like, I want that freaking thing. Deck, we pull it out of the shed. I'm like, the grass is a mess that he's riding up and down the street. It was awesome.
I pulled cases out 2 days ago, but the battery's like shot.
Oh yeah, you do have to buy a new battery. They don't last.
You could try.
What kind of a battery does
horse
something like
charging
that
it.
take?
Try
It's a
what?
12-volt
Oh.
lead acid battery. It's pretty straightforward. It's just
What size of a battery does it take?
I have been charging it.
Yeah, the charging it won't hold, so it's really just gone. Nah, bummer.
Yeah, it just goes super slow still.
What kind of battery does it take?
It's a special battery for Power Wheels. It's not a special battery, but it's a 12 volt.
12
It's
volt?
like a little lead acid thing.
Okay.
You
Not
guys
like
know
a
that-
full-on car battery or anything.
No,
it's
no,
like
no,
half.
no.
It's like half the size of
I'd soup that baby up. Put one of those in there.
But-
It'll last. Yeah.
You laugh. There's people that
Dude,
do
it's a
supercharge
lot
them, and
capacity.
they do like ridiculous speeds with them.
Oh,
and
Oh,
stuff.
there's people
Of
there's
course.
people who have like 100 horsepower, 1,000 cc motorcycle engines in them.
Oh
They have
god.
drag races,
I used to take my Scout to car shows, and in one city I used to go to,
demolition
there'd be a
derbies.
guy who did his daughter's Power Wheels up, and she would take it to the car show, and it would be parked beside me because it was a Jeep Power Wheels. It'd be parked
Demolition
beside my
derby with
Scout.
them.
Oh, that's cute.
It had spinners. The dad built a trailer for it. It was crazy.
I reinforced the frame with steel. Yeah, it's like,
Oh, they
I
do
would
that.
have to. Yeah.
And he actually had, he was
space
the auto
frame.
body guy. He actually
Yeah.
did automotive paint on it, and it was crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
spend more than a
he
normal
said he had
car
spent
on it.
thousands of dollars on it.
It's a carbon fiber tub. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reinforced transmission, 6 gears.
Yeah. Freaking nitrous.
it's like they have their own Olympics. Yeah. Fast and Furious Junior.
So, Brad, how are you liking the arcade ownership thing? I mean, I know right now it probably kind of stinks because social distancing. But like, just
It looks
overall,
pretty-
like,
looks
it
pretty
like,
dead
has
in
this
there.
been like
Sure,
this is
yeah.
like what?
It's all right.
I mean,
Oh,
it's,
there's another one.
It's work, right? But I mean, but seriously,
Yeah,
like, are you
it's-
enjoying it?
Yeah. It's been a lot of work. You get tired, especially like we were closed Mondays and Tuesdays for me to work on games, and I never wanted to work on games because I was there all the time.
Yeah.
So it was really hard to come back and work on games on days I wasn't there. Like I haven't worked on any games since I've been off here, and I don't want to. I will eventually, but I don't want to work on anything right now.
Yeah.
They're just so tired of it. But
Just keep picking up games so you never have to.
Oh
Yeah.
God, you don't
Just
you,
swap
could-
'em
you
out.
don't even know how many games I have right now. I'm probably 170,
No, I don't.
180. It's insane.
Oh wow.
The hard part is when you have holidays and the holidays like falls on. So we're closed Mondays and Tuesdays, and when a holiday goes on a Monday, we stay open, and we usually open early. So the day I'm off, I'm usually working twice as many hours.
Yeah.
And actually, everything was good until we opened food. Once we opened food, I was 16 hours a day, 18 hours a day, because we had one employee, but he couldn't cook or anything. So I'd be in there prepping.
Well,
and
he
then-
is. How old is your son? He's like 4 or 5.
Yeah. The employee.
But prepping food and getting it
recommend-
ready even for later opening takes hours and hours and hours. And then I'm there till like
Interesting.
thank you. My wife just brought me a chocolate chip cookie she just made.
Hey,
Oh.
nice.
Um,
Hi, Marianne.
Oh, she's gone already.
Oh yeah, and she
But
can't
then-
hear me
but
over
then
the
I'd
headphones.
we'd be
I
open
forget
till
about that.
midnight, and then by the time I'm cleaned up and mopping the kitchen floors, so it's like 1 o'clock by the time you leave. And then also on the days off, I was still fighting. Like I was still under a temporary use permit. I'm still under a temporary use permit. I still haven't gotten the full business license yet. I was fighting for alcohol like for 4 years. I've been doing that.
Just
Like, I'm
beating
still going
people
to
down
council
for their
meetings.
alcohol. Give me that. I was kidding.
Still going to
Yeah.
council meetings. Still doing like it's like 3 weeks before we had to close down. We had dropped $14,000 on fighting shit.
What?
Yeah,
God,
and
it
now
just
all
never
that
ends.
stuff's all that's just basically blown out of the water. We had just put up newspaper ads that cost us $1,000, and all that just went to the garbage.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yeah, because you have to do like the public notice, all that sort of stuff of this businesses, and and you have an opportunity.
Yep.
And
We've done open houses where we had to rent halls for minimum 3 hours. We had to rent a hall, and we had to have newspaper ads for it, and go there, sit there for 2 hours. We had to have refreshments and snacks and all stuff, and 10 fucking people showed up.
I love bureaucracy and red tape.
Oh,
that's crazy. Well, the fact that you have to have refreshments and snacks.
It's
so
just
Do you have
stupid.
nachos?
insane.
Yeah, I did serve nachos. And piss in them.
Yeah, the sucky part was that we were starting to really
Jesus.
take off the last
Yeah.
month or two.
Love you, Mog.
We thought January, February would be slow, and those were our best months by far. We started taking off. A lot of mom bloggers started coming in and doing reviews and stuff like that, and all of a sudden, we just started getting a ton of traction, and then shut our doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
And the food was starting to take off. Like, we never had a complaint. Like everything, I think we're at 4.8 or 4.9 on like our reviews or on Google and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and actually,
Yeah.
Davelope from Edmonton, he came by one night and I think he had already eaten, and then he got the nachos, and he was just blown away by the nachos.
I am blown away.
So, yeah, people were starting to take off, and then
Yeah.
But as far as like working, it's been a lot of work because I built it all. That I'm working, and then I continue fighting to stay open and stuff. So
Did you have any more sightings of Michael Jackson Beat It guy?
Oh, that's funny.
that was crazy.
Oh, that was that guy was a Halloween night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
He was definitely tripping though.
Yeah, it's like you were saying though. Your son's just like, I'm just gonna play on my iPad. Who cares about this douchebag?
I know. It's so funny.
Do you have people that go in there and say, I just love coming here to have the nachos and play some games? They like really dig that.
Oh, we've got quite a few locals that just come in and get nachos and leave.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Like they are people that do come in.
Yeah.
Like we got a lot of regulars already. Like they come in once a week at least.
But you got
That's
more more people coming in because of the food. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
There was a lot of people who just heard and saw the pictures of the nachos and then wanted to come in.
That's great.
Do you have a
they did
picture of
look very
nachos?
tasty.
Do you have pictures of the
Very
nachos on
tasty,
the front of the
delicious.
building, like where they can see them?
No, we didn't. We don't have any. We don't even have a sign up.
Pictures of
Oh.
nacho.
You got to be careful of that though, Mock, because once
Rumor.
the sun gets on it, it starts fading and it looks all green and
I
gross.
know,
You know?
yeah.
Like those faded hamburgers that look all
Yeah.
nasty and gray. And
Yeah,
green.
right. They get kind of green and blue. Yeah.
And make sure they're
The
fresh.
only
new
sign we had
posters.
up was just that vinyl that we had on the windows. We didn't actually have a regular sign put up or anything yet.
Ah.
Oh wow.
Because that's another
Oh.
Yeah.
$5,000-$6,000 bill.
Oh
Oof.
jeez.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to get
Damn, dude.
engineers, and you have to. It's red tape.
Just get a big enough TV and turn it sideways and put it in the window.
There you go.
Yeah, well,
Still
I have
impressed with your persistence.
my open sign
holy
is
shit.
that. My open sign,
Yeah.
I made it. It's a TV with a Raspberry Pi, and it's streaming a video.
It's got to help
Pac-Man
with
and all
the
sorts.
success you've had though, to be like, okay, we can plow through all of these hurdles because look at our, there is success. Because
Well,
I
and
can't
they're really
imagine-
like if you were to look up Vancouver arcades, there's a few bars. So the thing with a barcade or a bar arcade or a retro arcade in Vancouver is you'll find like 10 of them, but they're all they're all bars that have 4 or 5 games, and that's it. They usually have like a
Ah.
basketball shooting game and maybe foosball,
Mhm.
like, and they call themselves arcades. I
Alright,
am
so you
by
got a
far
niche.
the only
Yeah.
arcade. Yeah, in the city
Yeah,
of Fort Million people,
legit.
so-
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you get
And you were rotating those
nothing.
games too.
We
You,
weren't
like,
rotating
rotate some
too
games a
much
little
yet. We were bringing more stuff in still.
Okay.
kind of rearranging and bringing more stuff
0.0.
in. So there we had when we closed, I think we had 70 in there.
Oh wow. Okay.
Good
I
number.
thought you were saying like
We
around
opened
50.
up with like 62 or 63 or something like that. And I think we closed with 69 or 70. Let's say
Wow.
60.
Oh,
Dudes.
that's it's bigger. Yeah, that's larger than I had.
69 dudes.
I haven't played that one in a long time.
Yeah, somehow I thought that it was a bit smaller. That's awesome.
Yeah, we were planning, I think, to open up with 30 or 40, but somehow
Yeah.
I don't know. I just had enough that
Yeah, and you were able to fit them all in
stuffed,
there.
the place is stuffed. Yeah,
Oh, I bet.
I can still get a few more games in right near the front, but yeah, I think like 72 is going to be the cap.
Damn.
Wow.
And we
So-
could
yeah,
bring
so
more
the
in, but we
question
have
really is, like, when
seating
you start
areas for the restaurant side too. So otherwise, we could
Yeah.
fill another 20 games in probably.
So when are you going to bust down the wall to the next over?
Yeah,
pull
right.
a Steve,
Place and
pull an
start-
Idaho farmer.
Start,
Hey,
yeah.
you never know. Maybe they'll close down because of this quarantine, and
Yeah.
we'll be
All you
able
got
to
to do
take
is
it
stick them
over.
out. Yeah.
That's right. You get a
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
They're actually still open.
Nat 2021.
Oh yeah, because it's a
There we
restaurant,
go.
right?
Yeah, it's a sushi restaurant. And they've always had a lot of takeout anyway, so
Mm.
they're just open for. And they put big signs up saying they're doing takeout and stuff.
Well,
so.
the borders will have to be open when I host Nat over here, so you can get over here
Yeah.
into my
the-
tiny fake brick wall behind me.
We actually, my wife and we've been to Minnesota. We like Minnesota.
Yeah, we're pretty nice,
Yeah,
unless
they're nice
you're
there.
talking about traffic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we get really passive aggressive here. You get a lot of head shakes.
Nope, ain't gonna let you
Yeah,
off.
that's the Minnesota
Awful.
version of flipping the bird.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's the California version of the shotgun out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the
LA,
LA. That's
LA
LA,
has
right?
everybody
Yeah.
beat.
The,
for
the slow
traffic.
shake in
Yeah.
the head.
Well, Carrie was explaining to me one time we were driving through LA. Was that what were we picking up? We were
That
going
was
through LA.
that was the
Tails?
tails, and because we had
And Zybots.
Zybots in the car, in the vehicle.
Yeah, so we're driving through there, and she's
I
like,
had a
"Damn,
rental
I
pickup
wish,
truck.
I wish I had," because there was a dude in like was a convertible or something like
Yep.
that, who was just being an asshole, and Carrie revealed to me like one of her moves of getting in front of him and turning on your windshield wipers.
Yep, and you just
With,
keep it on.
with the fluid so that
Yep, because
so
he had
that it
to
just
he had a
sprays right
convertible
behind
with the
him.
top down. Oh yeah, I mean it's annoying enough.
Genius.
Yeah, it's annoying enough when you're
When it
behind
hits your
somebody who's
windshield. Yeah.
but then to have your convertible top down. Oh yeah, no, that's just that's a primo move.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know you could be that aggressive, Carrie.
Oh yeah, I don't do passive aggressive. I just do aggressive.
It's impressive. Tell me about it.
Yeah,
Believe me, not tell me about it. I know this.
It
Well,
takes
what
a while
happened?
to get
Yeah.
me to that point, but then when I get there,
That was
I'm
too
there.
aggressive. Lewis had to leave. Jesus.
no, he's still there.
Oh.
He just shuffled.
No, I don't see him.
I'm
Oh
here.
wait,
I'm
he's
Yeah.
center. He's Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This it got confusing.
Wait, we lost someone though. Who did we lose?
We lost cousin Brian.
Well, that dude is a ghost. I mean, I don't even know if he was really here. I need to go back.
We also
Right.
lost Brad.
Oh, well,
Yeah, but
Brad's,
his square
muted.
is still there. He just probably somebody.
I don't
moved
have a
there.
square to spare.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah, I'm
pixelated
hiding-
now.
I'm hiding the non-video
You know,
participants.
that was funny when my wife was
Oh.
on Saturday.
Oh.
She's like, there's too many
I-
squares. I don't know who I am. Like this is
Oh, that's cute.
You gotta get your wife on again. That God, it's so much fun when she pops on.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
include, if she had her own
Yeah.
square, we'd be at 15.
Yeah.
It's like there's too many
That
people
was
here.
the biggest
Yeah.
party. That was so awesome.
I know.
I was having so much fucking fun
Yeah, we-
on Saturday.
We got to get like a splitter or something so you can both have the audio going. with
When
it,
I
both on the
told you
headset.
guys about Steve Murky's
Yeah.
call to me, that was cute. I like that. Yeah, him and Chris had fun. He's like, after I get the phone, because Chris wants me to call him back and let him know what you said, because man, we were tanked, and I don't. I hope we weren't too annoying and stuff. I'm like, you guys, are you kidding me? You
They're
blended
awesome.
right in. Plus, you weren't that vocal. I mean, like you weren't. And Steve was asking all these arcade questions. He was keeping
Yeah.
things on track. If
Yeah.
you ask me,
Yeah.
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 So, it
Got a
was
little
funny.
fuzzy there at the end, but yeah.
Yeah, before
It
you
got a
laid
little
down.
fuzzy
Before
for
I lay
everyone.
down.
Before you laid
We've
down.
been worse. is the comment to make.
Man, Lewis, you missed out. We had 14 people in here. That's just tiles. That's just like individual webcams. Dave had there were a couple of twofers. Dave had his wife on briefly again.
We had Nick and Vonnie.
And
Nick and Vonnie. Yep.
Nick, and I'm like, Julie, get down here. There's another couple. She's like, what? She's up there doing her hair, and I'm like, she's like,
double
Dave,
fisting there, Andrew. Yeah.
I killed 2 of these that night, and these are 14.6s.
That's basically wine. You're drinking. You had 2 bottles of wine, basically.
That means you were 30% alcohol that night.
Yeah, that's a strong wine. So I killed 2 of these plus whatever the beers.
Yeah, Gak, you know.
Wow. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I'm going to get another glass.
That was a huge night. That's the reason why I was laying on the floor at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Wait, Saturday night or which night?
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah, the Saturday shows are dangerous, but super fun so far.
Oh man,
because it's like, oh fuck it, I really don't have to wake up at all tomorrow.
Right? It's a Saturday
I do have
night.
to wake up. I gotta walk my dog at like. I'm go to bed.
Yeah.
I have to let my
I gotta
dog
be up
out
in like
every
5
day.
hours.
7.
Dog needs its walk.
Brutal. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my dogs don't understand the concept of sleeping in. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Although
like-
if it's raining, they'll be a little more. Then I might have a shot at it.
Because it stays dark outside, right?
Yeah,
As soon
and I
as the
think that they
light
hear
hits.
it, like they know. They're like, that doesn't sound like fun. But if the sun's out, Zadie will crawl up in bed and be next to me, and then she'll kind of whack at me with her paw, like maybe not actually hit me, but just be like, right by me, like, hello, you there? Come on.
Our female dog Penny, what she does is she'll get up right by my wife's face and just start licking her crotch. It's like her indication, like I gotta pee. She just keeps licking herself, licking herself. It's like, ew.
Licking her own crotch or your wife's crotch?
No, not
She's like, it comes out there, right? That's where I need to go.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, apparently, so we so Wendy's working from home obviously as well. So I set her up. I actually grabbed my monitor from work. It's a 27. So I set her up on the dining room table. So she's not in the office. She's downstairs. I'm upstairs. But Alfred walked over to her right around time to go out, and I still had a couple things I was wrapping up upstairs, and I kind of keep my shoes over by the end of the table there. And apparently, he walked up to her and was like breathing heavy and looking at her and wagging his tail. And she's like, "Well, what do you want?" And he looks down at my shoes, and then looks up at her, and he's like, "Put those on. We gotta go."
Yeah. Let's go.
That's
you need to walk me out there.
How deliberate it was. It was like she looks down like it's a toy, and he's like, "No."
Yeah.
Doesn't even bother to get me because I'm like, "Go fucking lay down. I'm be done with work in a minute."
Yeah. That's great.
Mom's the pushover.
Yeah. Yeah, my dogs know the magic combination of me going pee and then putting on my shoes. Like if you put the two together in either order, they get all excited.
Yes.
No, that is no.
Yeah, they pick up on our little habits. It's really because and you learn about yourself. Like, oh, I say, okay, and then they're like, oh my God, she said okay.
Yeah,
something's gonna happen. It's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
No big gasps. Don't gasp.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's that thing they teach you in puppy class is what you want to do to make sure your dog doesn't have anxiety or too much excitement when you leave. Is just randomly walk through your house with your keys.
Yeah.
And put your shoes on for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
So do things that you would normally do when you leave, but do them randomly, and then they're eventually like, oh, well, that doesn't fucking mean anything.
Yeah, except you have to keep doing that for the span of their life because you stop doing it and then they're like, oh no, I know what this means.
They figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
They're not
Totally.
dumb.
No.
I'm sure your guys, whoever else here has pets, that's doing the whole stay-at-home thing. Man, they're gonna have some anxiety once we stop working from home all the time. Where you at?
Yeah.
I've been the longest.
15 cats here.
What's that?
Unless it's a cat.
Yeah,
Cats could give a shit.
Cats could give two shits. Yeah.
That's like
Yeah, cats will be like, go get out of here.
what are you doing home?
Yeah, what are you still doing in my home?
Why are you in my house?
Give me some
There's
rest.
15 cats here.
15?
15?
That's right. That's right. You
That's
do
a lot
have
of
an
spiders.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
I have 15.
7 dogs and 8 birds.
Oh,
Wow.
Birds. I can't do birds.
Me neither.
I had a
Me
friend I
neither.
stayed with for a while.
Nice.
Yeah, I had a friend I stayed with for a while, and his mom had birds, and it's like,
Oh, it's hard to sleep.
They're
They make
just
noise all the time.
all the time. Yeah, you're watching a movie.
5
you're
at 5
chirping.
a.m. they start making noise. Yeah.
All
They
day
get
long.
loud too.
Yeah.
Reno won't let me pet her.
The bird.
Reno
So
tries
what's
to
the
bite
point of
me
having
every
a
time I try
fucking
and
bird
pet her.
for a pet? Yeah.
Yeah.
To look at.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a friend in high school. He had a parrot, and so his bedroom was upstairs, and between the upstairs and the kitchen was where the cage would be, where the parrot mostly spent most of his time. And every time I go over there, it would always say like the same stuff, like because my friend's name was Sam. He'd be like, Sam, dinner's ready. Sam, come down, take out the garbage. Like the same kind of things, like over and over and over.
Chris.
They'd be like,
Yeah,
Chris,
exactly.
Chris.
I don't need a fucking parrot. I got.
I like that you cut yourself off there.
I got a good
see?
memory.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Oh shit, that's what I have right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna share a video, but I can't. She'll get mad at me because I have security cameras around the house.
Oh no.
And there was a warning. It was just like a week or two ago, and we get like wild animals around our house all the time, which is really what I have fun with the cameras with, anyways. But so there was like 2 or 3 turkeys wandering around our backyard, and they were walking the fence line, and then they flew up onto our roof. And my wife was out there, and she's like, Chris, come out here, check these out, Chris, like that kind of thing. You know, like, there's 2 turkeys on the roof, Chris. You know, yeah.
Can you hear it in the footage in the video?
Yeah,
Is there
actually, she says Christopher. She changed
Christopher.
it.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah.
even better.
We'll have to
Mad at
change
you.
it.
She's come wise to my heckling her all the time.
Yeah.
So now it's changed up the name a little bit.
Christopher.
Yeah, exactly.
Did she ever use your middle name?
No, that was so growing up, my dad.
That's when they're mad.
That's
So my birth name is Christopher with a CH, and my middle name is Bradley. So
Yeah.
What?
That
Yeah.
was good.
Can I get a yeah?
Yeah, yo.
Amen. Yeah.
So,
But that's his first name.
so
It's my middle name.
My dad, like growing up,
Travis
you
is
know,
my middle name. My first name's Kevin.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like growing up, my
I got
dad,
one of those
Go
too.
by your middle name? Wait, I'm
Yeah.
So do I.
blowing
They
my
did that in the 70s a lot. My best friend's name's Derek, but that's his middle name.
so like growing up, my
Hey,
dad.
Clint,
when
I
he
knew
was-
you used your middle name.
Now, yes.
You're
I know-
never going
yeah.
to say this,
I
Chris.
won't. There's like
I
bad times,
need
such
now. I
bad-
need to like. This is gonna keep me up tonight.
They'll
I have to
reset
be
for a
like,
minute.
This whole time, I've been talking to a Kevin. Kevin. Wow.
Hey, we've been talking to a person with a CH.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Okay, so
So
that one, now people are gonna start getting fake IDs. I don't know. My birth name is Christopher with a CH, but my dad wanted my name to be Chris with a K. So
He wanted you to be a girl.
they
No, I'm
agreed
just
on both. So like it's
Huh.
fucked up. My driver's license is Chris with a CH, but I go by Chris with a K all the time. And like I have credit cards and stuff that'll be Chris with a K. And they go to check both, and they're like, "Wait, are you like the son?" Or, you know, like they think it's shady or something. You know.
well, that is shady.
Chris,
That's weird.
Christopher.
That's got to be a bitch to get enhanced her real ID now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I keep
Is
all
your
that,
passport.
Christopher. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so like growing up, my dad would when I was like his buddy and we're having a good time, like as a kid, he'd call me CB, which is my initials for Christopher Bradley. But whenever he was pissed off and yelling at me, he goes, "Christopher Bradley, get your ass out here!" Right? You know. It's like CB is my buddy. Christopher Bradley, you're in trouble.
We got to
Yeah.
turn in 92 over here.
Breaker.
Breaker. Yeah.
Breaker.
Yeah. Yep.
I say we kill him.
Well, that was more. I didn't mean that.
So one
I
of the
should have
reasons
just let the whole sound play.
So one of the reasons why I got on a little bit late tonight, got a little delay, was I was finishing up filming something, and I could hear like my dog Skippy. He was like wandering around the garage, and he kept making like noise. Like, what is he doing? You know, like you find some little critter to hump, or I don't know, and so I finish up and I look over, I'm like, oh man. So I had one like mousetrap hidden in my garage. Like last summer, my wife was like, I think we got, critters around here. Let's set up some mousetraps. I'm like, all right. So it's just those plastic tray with the sticky stuff in it, So I had one like tucked away on the far side in the garage, and somehow he found his way to it. And so he had it on his paw, and he's just like walking around with like sliding on his
poor guy.
paw. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, oh man, so I like get it off, and I'm like,
work.
how are we gonna take care of this? My wife looks at it. I was like, I guess like vegetable oil. Vegetable oil, you just rub it a lot with vegetable oil, and then just warm soap and water, and then it's fine.
You guys can see that?
No fungus.
Blurry. I can't see
Kevin
it.
Oh, it's too
Bradley.
tiny.
Make it out.
Yeah.
But I believe
Kevin
you.
Bradley.
I see Kevin Bradley.
Wow,
Wow.
Kevin Bradley.
Hey, that flows nice, Kevin Bradley. Like
That's exactly why they did it.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
like
Bradley-
you should have
Bradley
invented
Kevin
some
didn't
like
sound as
board
good as
games
Kevin
or something
Bradley.
like that. That's like a company name, like Kevin Bradley.
Melvin?
Monopoly.
Yeah, Milton
Melvin?
Bradley's less successful
Anything, Mr.
cousin.
Melton?
Yeah.
All right, who else's name in here is a lie?
Who's a liar?
Well, I go by James at work, but
Yeah.
it's-
There's a big liar in
still-
here.
Yeah.
How'd you know, Jim?
My name's Sam. And Jim's my middle
Yeah,
name.
Clint's name is a lie.
I never. Yeah,
know
Clint's
that.
is a lie.
Clint's is a lie.
Well,
Where did
Jim
Clint-
Bodini's not your last name, so you're a liar
Yeah,
too.
Right?
You're not a magic man.
So many people do that.
No, I'm not. I'm a liar.
He's a magician.
It's not from Buffalo.
Actually,
That's true.
Steve.
Holy
your
shit, Buffett's in here.
Yeah,
Your
he
background-
just joined.
Stop the press.
Your background, when you step up and you step away from the computer, you actually live up to your mock the magician, because it looks like that you're
Starting to
actually
disappear.
walking directly into an arcade cabinet.
Oh, that's funny.
Whoa, what's going on? Your hand disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Buffett, thanks for gracing us with your presence at this fine hour.
I'm happy to
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome back.
Hey, Buffett.
What's going on, Orange?
Oh,
There's a couple.
Buffett's here too.
There's a few ghosts in here tonight. We got 3, and we got Lewis, Brad.
Buffett, is,
I
Buffett,
mean,
Well, we have
sorry,
double
Kevin.
Lewis too. We have 2 views of Lewis.
Yes.
Yeah.
is Buffett a liar?
Yeah. Is are you telling me that Buffett isn't your first name? It's Buffett, Mike.
It's his middle name.
Yeah. Mike Buffett. I like that. Yeah. We're going over names.
Yeah, we're talking about names that are.
Well, that's one of the
Different.
best of all time with KLV. I think it's buffet, but he put an extra
There's
T
an extra
on
T
it.
in there.
So all the rest of us who know Jimmy Buffett
Although-
is, we all say Buffett.
Yeah, but here, do you guys find yourself every time I pass a billboard where it's like all you can eat buffet or something like that? I feel like I almost need to take a picture and send
Put
it.
another T on it.
Yeah. Mike, how are you doing during this quarantine and stuff? I hope I would imagine maybe business is pretty good for you now that everyone's fucking working on their shit.
Yeah, I get a few more emails here and there. Sure.
Oh, good.
Nice.
A lot of people are working on their machines. I notice. I see on Facebook.
Oh,
arcade
yeah.
groups and stuff.
Definitely.
Like Joe Abate has got all his laser discs working.
He's getting them all dialed in like almost daily. Yeah.
He has like 8 or 9 like laserdisc machines or something. They're
He's
all
got way
running
more
now.
Yeah. He has.
Oh no, I know he has more than that, but the ones that he had in that room were
Yeah.
like they're all running though. Like he has like
that dude's like
Firefox.
Skeletor. I didn't realize how like thin in the face he is.
Yeah.
He stopped eating when this all happened, I guess.
Well, I can't blame him. You know, supplies are down, and
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they do
There's
tell you
only
not to
so
go to the
much toilet
store.
paper you can eat.
Yeah.
He was on an egg-only diet.
I'm gonna stop eating so I don't have to use toilet paper.
Nice.
Nice. I
And
appreciate that one.
toilet
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah.
For eating, because I don't want
Like
to take a
Conan's.
shit. I've only got 2 rolls left, so I'm gonna eat air.
Vincent's been slaving away on his machines.
Yeah. You got
Buffett, so you've been doing well. How's the girlfriend these days?
Oh, she's all right. No worries.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
It'd be really awkward if they just broke up, dude.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you bring
Sorry,
that
I'm
up?
not
Why'd you
in the
bring
know.
that
Gonna
up?
happen.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to
Make
drop
him
the beat.
cry.
Oh yeah.
Ask him the real question.
Oh, no.
How's his breakfasts these days?
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, you can't eat 4 steaks when we're on a lockdown. You got to
Surprised
get it down to
I'm skinny.
3.
Why can't you grow an ass? When you get up in the evening and dinner's on the table, you don't get much breakfast. It pretty much goes right straight into dinner.
It's a little bit difficult to get the all you can eat crab legs.
Ooh,
All you can weed. That's in
all
Colorado.
you can weed.
Well, yeah, that's the West Coast.
No problem
Or
in
all of
Colorado,
Canada.
California, and Canada. Yeah.
Wait,
Canada, yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Colorado.
All you can
Yeah.
weed.
oh, Colorado.
Yeah, they actually closed that place for the time being. So
Oh, they're not just gonna bring out shovels of food to your car. You're sitting in the
Stock up
parking
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will they throw wheelbarrows of food in your trunk?
Stock up on fish seasonings. Yeah.
hey,
Was it
I
Old
tried
Bay?
down there if they were going to throw crab legs by the bushel in the back of my pickup truck.
Yeah.
There
Absolutely,
you go.
I will find a freezer up here somewhere.
Find them and destroy them. Yeah, yeah.
No problem. Can do.
That's awesome. Nice.
So,
Did you
Yeah,
see
I've
that there
seen
was
that the
a-
frequency of your videos has in I've been watching almost daily. It seems like you've been posting monitor fixes. So
yeah,
that's why I was asking. Yeah.
yeah. No, I've got plenty of work. People are still sending me stuff and whatnot, so that hasn't changed.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
What's your decontamination process like when you're getting the new stuff in from the mail?
Oh, good question.
I catch them all with the razor blade as I open up the box.
Yeah.
He
Virus.
stabs it before he touches it.
Yeah, that's
He cuts
about
all the viruses in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that, Exactode.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
some kind of weird version of Fruit Ninja. Just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other
Wow.
than that, no. So I leave
But
it
as
up
you
to
can
the
see-
people that are sending me stuff. If somebody's sickly sending me something, well, they probably shouldn't send me something.
Right.
oh, you never know though.
And it looks fantastic.
Everyone's asymptomatic nowadays, isn't that the thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's all overblown.
You're not just like blasting them with like a can of Lysol front and back.
Just
Hey,
for good
I just
measure.
realized this.
Fall in the
Buffett,
face.
Buffett could put a background of the jiggly anime girl with his face in the foreground
He actually
with this
could.
whole Zoom thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That'd be really funny.
He could be like
Jiggly
Oh
Peach.
yes.
Jiggly
Yeah.
Peach. We miss Jiggly Peach.
I don't know how to do all that craziness stuff. I'll have to
Absolutely.
leave my
We'll
face
save it
aside.
for another day. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need my face though, but you can put a beard on her if you want. I don't care.
Well, I don't know if we're doing anyone a favor, but yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
So if somebody wants to get creative, you send it to me and tell me how to set it up, and I'll do it.
Deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that crap. I barely know how to install applications on my phone, so I don't know what to tell you.
That's
Ugh.
right. And don't bank on
if
your
anyone,
voicemails
if anyone
getting
I
listened
know
to.
would still use a landline, it'd be you.
Yeah, I got one right here.
I
Of course.
keep playing with this thing. Hey, Mock, have you ever had the front piece of the rubber stopper on the plunger break off? I don't know if that makes any sense. The shooter rod.
No.
You know, there's the black
that
condom
hits,
basically.
that hits the ball.
Yeah.
The rod tip?
No,
the
never.
very top of mine, the just a
The
little nub,
reservoir tip.
Oh, the reservoir tip
the
broke
nub
off.
broke right off.
Just the
I
tip.
ordered
Yep.
4 new ones from Pinball Life and Markle, whichever gets here first, because they're like 20 cents or whatever.
Yeah.
But that
$8
actually
shipping.
it broke, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of other things to order, like a different spring and stuff for my shooter rod, with the gobstopper. But yeah, so
No,
that
that's
broke
weird.
right off. I tried super gluing it on, and it lasted for like 2 games. So, you'll get a
Weird.
kick out. You'll get a kick out of this. So I've been doing all these mods, and after every mod, I play a couple games just to see how things go, right? And after I did the back glass mod, that translate mod, I played like 3 games, and I'm like, this is so weird. The ball kind of hangs up in these weird spots and stuff, and like, I don't understand. And then I looked at the because I have everything on. I moved the cabinet, or I moved the pin, and I have everything on carpet sliders. And I looked at the bubble and it's supposed to be at the second notch for 6.5. And normally I have mine at like 6.7, 6.8 degrees.
Mm.
And I looked at the bubble, and it's not even touching the first one. It's like it's almost flat.
Weird.
So
What happened?
I'm like, well,
It sank.
I moved it for one, and so it's not in the same. It's on carpet, and so it's not in the same areas. And then 2, with these carpet sliders, it's not, not all of them are perfect. So that's changing the angle of the pin. So it just like dawned on me, oh, of course, like this isn't
Floor may
at the
not be
same
perfectly
degree.
flat.
Yeah.
Everywhere too. Yeah.
You know,
So
it's funny.
found
In fact,
found one like
when-
one edge is like a high
when
spot or something like
when
that.
Chris came
Yeah.
out here and set
Yeah.
everything up, he told me, even though we put it in the one spot and we got it all level, and we leveled it at the time it was 6.5. He told me that give it a day and a half, and
To
you'll have
sink.
to re-level this because it
Yeah.
has to sink into the carpet.
Yep.
Mhm.
And so I did do that, but yeah, it didn't even dawn on me, because I'm like, why is this? This isn't playing. It's playing really strange, and the ball is really slow over here and there. And then I look at, and it's like it's got to be at like 6 degrees versus like 6.5 or 6. And it's amazing, like just a fraction of a degree can make all the
So-
difference.
And it's
So
probably
it-
it's probably a little bit head heavy too. So the head's probably leaning back a little bit more than the front.
That's what she said. I
Little head heavy.
have him.
Head heavy.
He's a little
Okay,
head
so if you have it on carpet, they do have these little tray things that the feet can sit in that you put underneath. So if you have it on carpet,
heavy. Oh, really?
that way the feet don't dig into the carpet so much, and that way you
Oh.
can still like jiggle the
Nudge
pin
it and
a little
stuff?
bit, nudge
Yeah.
it. You want to be able to nudge it a little bit because they allow nudging and pin tournaments and stuff. That's part of
Yeah.
playing. So
You can do it twice per
you don't
game
want it to-
before it
and
tilts.
another thing is you don't want it digging into the carpet, because if you do nudge, that loosens the 2 bolts that are connected to the pin
the leg
itself.
levelers. Oh,
Yeah, and then it'll
Not the
it'll-
leg levelers. The levelers going into the side of the cabinet.
Yeah, into the
pins,
cabinet.
Oh,
Because
the,
they'll-
2
they'll
head
wiggle-
pieces. The head.
they'll
they'll wiggle it, and it also
Where can you-
crinkles the decals.
Not on the
So
head.
where can you
Yeah, on the
find these
cabinet.
trays?
I'll
Like
send you a link
Pinball
for 'em.
Life or Marcos?
Yeah, it's
or-
one of
yeah.
those. It's one of those. But it looks like a
Great.
little.
Now
a
another
square.
$8 in shipping for a $2 part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could
Oh,
just
shit.
use this right here. Right
My
here.
penis.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Disappearing coaster.
Yeah. I know
Oh,
the coaster
John.
just look at the magic trick.
Actually, you go
Wow.
to yeah.
That is a magic.
Look at that
trick. Holy
magic.
fuck.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Magic man.
You are the magic man.
We're mesmerized.
Wait, do it again. That was cool.
Let's see my drink disappear. And my
Oh!
hand disappears. Whoa.
Woo!
Oh, your whole
Doesn't
head
that hurt your
disappeared.
wrist?
It does.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Also, another thing about the bubble, I never go by the bubble. I always go by what it says degree wise. Like Keith.
Wait, but you said that you don't
But
use
where?
the pinball app on your phone.
No, I use the leveler device I have. The
Like
little-
your
a little thing.
torpedo.
Yeah, that little measure, whatever you call it.
But
the
that doesn't
leveler
have a
thing.
degree on it.
Yeah.
Mine
Yeah.
doesn't.
It's already down there. Yeah, no, the little window, it's degrees, that little leveler. It's made to be for leveling. And it shows you greater than or less than on what angle. So the reason why you
I'm
want
so
that is
confused.
I'll bring it out. But anyway, with
because I've got a torpedo leveler, and then there's the
That's
bubble
just flat,
on the playfield, and then I've got, because when the guy came out from Kingpin, he used the app on his phone to do it. But
yeah,
uh,
no, Yeah, it's just a leveler that has that.
Now I need to buy another fucking thing.
That thing's not expensive. Go to Harbor Freight.
I can't. I'm in the quarantine.
I know we can't. Wait a couple weeks or a month or a
So they
year.
do curbside.
Oh, look at
nice
Orange Road's
Brad.
got the.
I mean,
Brad's
Kevin.
got it going.
Oh my God.
Kevin's got it going on.
Nice.
I can't call
Now
him.
put your
Kevin.
head between
Oh.
the boobs.
Orange Road's
Just
got
like
it.
that, I can't call Clint James for the same reason.
Okay, so wait, so Keith's machines, you know how they're in his garage on the, they're going down towards the exit of the garage. So you got to think that when they put in the garage, they level it so the concrete is angled to go out. So if water gets in there, it runs out the back. So it's not a level, flat surface. So the pin's actually going to be tilted like that. You know what I mean? Because it goes out the garage. So Keith has to compensate for that and make this higher, so it's a flat. You know what I'm talking about, right, Andrew?
Yeah, make like one side.
That's why I have
legs
in the back side of my garage.
It's easier. Yeah, otherwise you got to
They're
deal
all
with
three
two.
consistent. Yep.
It's hard to deal with two. Yeah.
Penises.
Two leveling it on
That's what she said.
on the ends.
Yeah.
You got to do it in the back and in the front to get it the right level.
See the back and the front. Gross. Yeah. No.
Anyway, I know it's good to get just a leveler that you can lock it too, so you can keep it there. So you can lock your readings, and it's not that expensive. What are they, like $10? Something like that.
Maybe.
It's the one I showed you.
Yeah.
It's the one I showed you. I held up. It was like this big. It's like this long.
Buy that one, Jim. It'll do everything you need it to do.
Yeah, it's just I don't like using the bubble because it's not always accurate. So,
well, and you said the same thing about the app on your phone.
I don't think that's when I check it to the real deal. Yeah, it wasn't the same. So
Click that link, Jim.
All right.
That's exactly what you need.
It's eBay link, and all right, let me copy and paste.
leveler. Let me show you what it looks like. Oh.
It'll show up in 2 months. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
This is in the U.S. It's in Ohio, so.
So here's my.
Whoa.
See, this is the one I have right here. Boo, whoop, boo. Oh, it's disappearing.
You
You
might
might
turn
have
off your. Yeah.
That's
Great.
more of a level type, which
I'm gonna
works.
try out of here, man.
Yeah.
What I like is that it'll show you.
You disappearing.
It'll show you greater than, unless you won't see it. anymore.
Send me a link so I can look at
All right.
this fucker.
I like it though. I like that it
I
shows
hate
you.
it.
I like that
It's
it
money.
shows you which one's what's greater than or less than, so you know what to adjust to get it exactly
Oh.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Right.
Because that was the one thing, like when I was trying to get like to 6.7 ish.
Well,
I was
you'll get
using- I was using
exactly.
the phone and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like, do I adjust? Do I make all
This
the,
has-
all,
this
the- all
has
the
bubbles,
adjustments on the
too.
front legs, or do I also use the back legs a little bit?
What are you saying, Andrew?
Let's say you move it to a couple different spots in the playfield, right?
Yeah, the front and the back.
Yep,
So
yep.
that way you make sure that everything's dialed in right. Because you could have a leg in the back that's up a little higher.
Yep.
You don't want that either.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, to what you were saying, Jim. Yeah, you can make any adjustments any leg you want, but just make sure obviously they all affect each other. So
Right. But then,
And yours again are
that
sinking
begs
into
the
carpet.
question, like you could put your level or whatever on one part of the playfield and it'll read this way. And you move it up and it's like, it's a little bit different. Like it's not uniform the whole
Right.
way.
So you need to adjust it in all those different places. It takes a while to level a machine.
yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
But
It-
like
it-
as far as like the yeah.
It's easier to have someone help you because they could read. When
Right.
Carrie comes over, she could just stand there and
Exactly.
read 1.0,
Yeah.
1.8.
That's it. I read things,
Well,
and he's
yeah.
the one who
It's
I
a-
could see doing it in
has
10
the
minutes if
machine.
you had a partner.
You're
who's
not
leaning
reading
down.
it
Yeah.
right,
If you're
Terry.
just one
Yeah, you
person, it's a
But
fucking
one person
pain in the
climbing
ass
up at
because
top and then going down to the bottom and climbing up top
Well,
and going back
yeah,
down to the bottom.
that's what
I'm
takes
taking
a while.
I'm taking a
More than
fucking
10
I'm
minutes.
taking a chair and wedging it under there so I can like loosen those leg levers by myself, because you're talking 350 pounds to lift the fucking thing.
All right,
I
there's
usually
another
just-
one. There's a
I'm
level
on a
type
concrete
like he
floor,
has.
so it's different. So it's fairly straightforward. So I just usually just use I'm just adjusting the top nut. So not the lock nut. So loosen the bottom nut and then adjust the top nut on each leg as I'm working, and I go usually the same number of turns. I just think
I have to
turn,
lift
quarter
the
turn,
fucking
quarter
game
turn.
up so I can actually screw that leg leveler out, or
does it not
or
have
up.
lock nuts on it?
Oh, this is a cool
Yeah,
one. Check,
yeah, it does. But
Jim, check this
but
out. All right, here, let me put this in our chat. Okay, so check that link out.
I see butts in there.
Butt footies. That's what I see. I see butt
Yeah.
footies. Wow.
Butts footies, yeah. Hmm.
So look,
Butts
they have
are
oak.
nice.
They have
Ooh,
oak
they come in
ones. Those
oak.
are nice.
Ooh, oak.
Ooh, those are cool. I like that. That's what I
Somebody
would
was
use.
Little
for my
plank of
carpet.
wood
Ah,
underneath.
oh,
it.
30,
So that way
30
you
bucks.
Scrape your floor with the.
Or you get the
what it's made
silicone
out of.
one, but those probably won't work as good. So it depends on how thick your carpet is.
I feel like silicone. Wouldn't that just slide all over the place?
I would think
carpet
silicon
won't.
would grab like crazy.
Not
it'll
yet, not
grab
on
it.
carpet
I think
it
it'll
won't.
grab it too much. I think the oak ones would be good because they're kind of bigger.
The
So
oak
that
ones-
way, and then you can still move the pin around. You can even slide the pin if you need to relocate it too, and kind of smoothly slide on the carpet.
You could make those cheaper than buying them.
Yeah.
They're oak. They're oak.
They're oak.
Like cheaper than buying them right there.
It's convenience. You don't have to like sand it and glaze it or stain it, then glaze it.
Jim likes projects.
You got to like drill out that little nook right there. And
You have to
fuck that. $30.
pound it and grind it and bake it since 10:30 or however it go. The what's the little kid's little thing?
Yeah.
There's enough cake for baby and me or something.
Yeah. You mark it with a B, put it in the oven for
For
baby.
baby and me. That's it. Oh my god.
Okay,
That's
guys, I just found out something that I'm going to call
You're
it a
gay.
moment. Well, that's yet to be discovered.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Do it, Mr.
We
Brady.
haven't explored yet, Jimbo. Yeah.
Oh, well, we haven't had enough wine. We have to go
Yes.
tasting again.
Uh, just shh. Let it happen, right?
Yeah. Let it happen.
So, all
I'm
right.
scared about
you know,
who's the bottom on this
how
one.
many years we've been doing this shit? How many episodes
5
are
or
we on?
6, yeah.
At least
We've been
at
doing it
least
215 times.
215 episodes.
Six
And,
years because we started in
6 years.
2014. right?
Orange Whip, I love
We
you.
did 6
You
plus-
helped start all this shenanigans. And Andrew and Jimbo, you
Oh, no,
guys
is
were a
Cat
couple of
quitting?
first ones to mock. No, I'm talking about a momentous occasion.
He's
I just
retiring.
realized, I just checked our feed, and I don't know if it is as of today, but we have 500 subscribers now.
Yay!
Sorry.
Let's do the wave. Woo.
Yeah. Woo!
I'm so sorry. I'm
That
so
worked
sorry,
better than I thought
people.
it would.
So we have at
We-
least
we don't-
480 people that are like, "What did I do this shit for?"
It's only
right?
because of the quarantine.
Hey,
Yes.
but yeah. But all I can
That's
say is
We're
that they
unsubscribing right
know-
after there's a vaccine.
all I can say is it's consistent because they have to know this is all we do on the channel. This is all we
Yeah.
do, and we do it the same frequency, except now we've increased it for the quarantine. But I mean, like, they know exactly what they're getting into. It's not like subscribing to a channel where it's like the content changes, or Arcade Impossible where they stop posting videos for 2 years. So like,
It is
they
very
have to
rare
know.
that we skip a week. You know, it's like
Yeah.
a couple
Pretty
times
consistent,
a year.
yeah.
Yeah. It requires major hangovers on at least 2/3 of the.
Yes, or
We
a
know.
holiday, you know, like Christmas Eve falling on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Well,
Events.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve. Yeah.
So there's no excuse. They
For
know
all
what
you
they're
people with
getting into.
families.
Yeah.
Mule
Know
says
what they're getting
500.
into.
That's even more in pesos.
Yeah.
That's like
How many
750
peso
Canadian
subscribers do we have?
viewers.
Gino, why aren't you on this fucking show?
So Orange Whip, I congratulate you on creating the 480 plus fake accounts that are our subscribers.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate that. You know.
Are you sure it's not 490?
As long as
Yeah,
it makes
probably.
you feel warm inside, that's all that matters.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, how many of us are here? So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah, that's 490.
Yeah.
You know, I just wish Adam One Up was in here. I've been trying so hard to get that guy, and he sounds interested in coming back.
It's just so late.
But
for him,
he's
like, back
saving the world. All right,
Yes.
He's busy saving the world. Yeah.
Exactly.
saving them from hornets' nests and bees, and
We'll have to make
Getting
it
him.
partially family friendly so he'll come on too. So you,
Oh, yeah.
That might be a
point.
stretch.
Oh no, we were in much more raw form back then when
That's
he was
true.
still on.
Actually,
Yeah, that's true.
That doesn't matter. That all depends on what he thinks.
Yeah.
Wow,
he hung
this
out
is
for a
true.
long time.
Yeah,
He's
he
doing some
was.
pretty
He was a
unfamily
regular for a
friendly
good,
stuff.
like, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We have approximately 10% less hairy butt cracks at the moment. You know, so
Yeah.
Well,
So
Harry
be
Butt Crack
attracted
was
to-
was a part of the show earlier tonight,
Yeah,
but he
Well,
got a Galga 88.
That's Elvira Velvet paintings.
his velvety butt crack.
Velvety.
Oh.
Like the Velveteen Rabbit.
I'm sure that wasn't in the settlement. It's like, I want the velvet painting.
Yeah.
No.
And the supplemental butt crack that's included with this deal.
So it is definitely a trip. I mean, you guys experience it a little bit where we meet and talk to people that are like, I'll say fans of what we're doing here.
All
They
five
enjoy
of them.
it. There is people that enjoy it, and I'm like, wow, people actually listen to this. You know,
There's a feel.
I've
It's-
walked,
it's
into,
why-
I've walked
my
out
response
just to places
is-
and people recognize me.
So
My response is always thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes,
Because
there you
that's
go.
all it
Maybe
is.
the one
Yes.
response I get the most is, "Why aren't you on there more often?"
Right?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
That's the one
I email you that
Yeah.
question every week.
Yeah.
And you get the invite at
I
least
do.
once a week, sometimes twice.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's learned that less is more.
You want to tease the buffet. You don't want to give him the full buffet.
So I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but was he on with us Saturday night? Is it 8-bit Paul?
8-ball Paul.
8-ball Paul. Was he with us in
I
the
don't think
chat?
so.
In that? Okay. Well, he mentioned something about like he never knew who we were until his brother, who was the guy that had the drone at Grinkers,
Right.
and his
Oh, yeah.
his girlfriend was
well, that's
doing
when
the
we were
beer
playing
share
the
with us.
game.
What game? Oh yeah, it was.
It was
yes.
on
Well,
Thursday.
Thursday
Jake.
night when we were playing
Killer Queen.
Killer Queen. Yes, he was
Yeah.
talking about it, and
Yeah.
he was saying like he's all, I didn't know who you guys were, and my brother was telling me about it, and he's like, oh, they're fun, they're a bunch of silly dudes and girls and stuff, and so he
Girls
started.
and stuff.
And he started listening back to the old episode. So he's like going through all
Yeah,
of
he's
the
going
whole
through
yeah,
catalog.
he was-
Oh.
There's
He
our
was, like,
first
back
like
up to,
3
like-
episodes were
Yeah.
like so awkward.
It was funny
Well,
because
It was
he
like
was
we
playing,
were all obligated to only talk arcade
Well-
like the whole time.
Yeah, well, because we've been doing shows, but they weren't shows. We've been talking
Yeah.
at that point for like months.
And we were
Doing the same
just
shit.
and
We
we
were
were
not a
just
show
shitting
show.
up a storm in the IRC the whole
And someone
fucking
just hit
time.
record, and I was like, now it's like pressure.
I looked back with my old
Serious.
equipment and
Yeah.
like all I had behind me was Marble Madness and the Red Tent.
it was
Oh,
funny
yeah.
because he mentioned that he knew who I was. I'm like, I haven't been on this show for a long time. He's like, no, I'm listening to all the original, watching all the original.
Yes, that's
ones.
right. That's right.
And then Kevin's response is why?
Yeah. Yeah, he's out of Kevin's.
Why would you do
Kevin.
that?
Why would you do
I
that?
can't
Oh, he'll
do
be
it.
known as
It's Brad.
Kevin.
I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
Brad. I can't do this. It's
I want to
Brad.
know what Dave's eating right now.
Mm.
Chips with French onion dip.
Oh, nice. That's a
you know what I would
quality
love to see you
quarantine
do,
snack.
Dave, right now?
Yeah.
I would
Some
love to see you.
nachos.
Dip. I should have got more dip.
So is
but-
it homemade or did you buy it like
I don't know.
already
It's a
pre-made?
big thing in Buffalo. You can buy it pre-made. It's huge.
He punked
Okay.
out.
Dave,
Pre-made,
I would
where-
love to see you order a Domino's pizza right now.
Do they deliver it,
Comes
or
in,
where'd
the
you get
Lysol
it? Dave?
wipe it.
You
and then
said
eat
this
it.
an hour ago. I'm
Yeah.
all in. I mean, I'll do it. I don't think they're open now.
Where do you pick it up? Or
Yeah,
they
things
drop
are
it off,
closing
or
early
what?
nowadays.
Yeah, it's 1:30. I mean,
Yeah,
I
man,
could
that's
go for
crazy
one
late.
big time. Thanks,
Yeah.
Brad.
Yeah, a lot like
Yeah, but-
Sorry, I forgot it. It's only
Starving.
10:20 here.
I'm starving now. Now you mention that shit. Fuck. I really want one now. I might have to have a ham sandwich.
I believe you'll make it though.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not shy of any meals.
I love French dip sandwiches.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Aren't they good when they're good?
French dip? You
Oh
talking
my
with
God.
the bread?
French
Oh, dipping it in the
I
juice?
dip in it, and the
Yeah.
juice, and
Oh,
you
yeah,
eat it.
the au jus. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, the au
I love a
jus.
good French dip.
Oh, Jules.
I always,
No.
I know, I always feel like I'm not saying it right, but it is.
Au jus, I guess.
Au jus.
Au jus.
Oh, Jules.
That's big in Western New York because we're big on something called roast beef on whack. W-E-K.
Oh yeah, roast beef wet.
Weck is short for Kimmelweck. It's a Kaiser roll with rock salt and caraway seeds.
Oh,
Huh.
that sounds
Huge thing in
good.
Buffalo with like horseradish.
But they put horseradish. I hate. Yeah, and I can't. Stand
I don't
that.
like
Oh,
horseradish.
horseradish
either.
is terrible.
But some of the places the beef is
That's crazy.
delicious.
Wow.
Definitely Buffalo.
Oh,
beef.
that sounds amazing.
I tried
Yeah.
it.
The bread with salt on it, like when you
Yeah.
that
Yes,
is
yes. Some
that's a
people-
magical
Bread is salty
experience.
Enough. Good lord.
It's like rye bread with rock salt on it. It's a roll, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh
pretzel
God, I want
almost.
it now.
Yeah, that little
Pretzel
crunch
is a good way to describe it.
in the salt. Yep.
Mm.
Can't stand pretzels neither. Ugh.
We're learning all sorts of things about you.
Too much salt and the flavor is nasty. Ugh.
How about soft pretzels
No.
Soft pretzels are
Yeah,
fine.
but Auntie Anne's.
with cheese?
Oh yeah.
Soft pretzels with cheese.
No,
Yeah, Auntie
Auntie
Anne's
Anne's
is
wasn't so expensive.
magical.
I'd do it. But I ain't paying $5 for a pretzel.
Remember we had the pretzels
there's
at Grinkers at your Airbnb where I got the cream cheese veggie
Yes.
dip. Wasn't that good?
Yes, you were
Remember that,
like, trust
Jack?
me. And you were right. And I remember actually I was seated near them and I'm like,
Yes.
I need to move these because it was so good.
Yeah, you could just like go through a whole bunch eating the cream cheese yummy veggie
Uh-huh.
dip, and I don't know, it just goes together. I think they're yummy.
It does. Yeah, no, that was
Yeah,
really
You
and-
know what goes well with cream cheese? I had one of these in Seattle, and it's like my favorite one ever. Is cream cheese and caramelized onion on a hot dog.
Oh, weird.
Huh.
Oh
Never
my
heard of
god,
that.
it's so good.
Never heard
It's
of
a
that
place in
combo.
Seattle that's
Kinda
what
like
they specialize
melted?
in. Pardon?
Is it kind of like is it the cream cheese kind of melts in there, or is
Yeah,
it
it gets warm from the hot dog.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I
wow.
tried it in Seattle. That's what they're known for, and oh my god, was it so good?
I tried. Yeah, well, but one of my favorite snacks is, and I think I was actually mocked on this show about it, although maybe it was elsewhere, for salami with cream cheese on it. Like,
Oh, that's actually good.
yes,
That's good.
Yeah.
And it's gonna sound weird, but as an hors d'oeuvre, I've made it, and it's people.
No, it's fucking delicious. Yeah.
No, you do
Oh, yeah.
that. No, you do that with a sweet pickle, a real thin
Pickle
one.
inside. You can
Sure.
buy that.
Oh.
and you
You can
roll
buy
it, and
them.
it's really good. Yeah, it sounds a
Oh.
little weird, but it actually I've made them for like parties and stuff. And people are like, oh, that's weird. Just try one. They're like,
Try one, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they're like,
You can
nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, then you're like, no, stop it.
Yeah,
don't
now
You can
stop
buy
it.
pre-made ones at Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Trader Joe's has that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get a good spicy salami, and then you just do a little cream cheese.
Yeah.
A little teeny thin, like a quarter slice long of a sweet pickle, like a Del Monte one. Del Monte is the best for it.
So
And
what-
then you
what-
roll it, and
Yeah. One of my favorite like breakfast bagels actually is so rather than doing lox with cream cheese and capers, is doing pastrami with cream cheese.
Oh,
Sounds good.
yeah,
So you
that
get like a
sounds
little bit of
good.
that sort of a saltiness from the
I'm getting
capers
hungry.
and the cheesiness on a bagel. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
so if you're not feeling, the lox,
Well, the
going
pastrami
for
has that little
pastrami,
pickling too.
It does, yeah. So you get like a little bit of
Yeah.
the.
We're all in
yeah.
quarantine. I'm
So no.
going.
I know, right? I'm like, oh man, now I'm hungry.
I got
just
cup
had
of
dinner
noodles. Is
too.
what I got. Cup of noodles. Shit.
Yeah.
I have
who about-
homemade cookies.
Hey,
Wife's been
wow.
baking
I want French
sourdough.
dip.
Oh man.
Sourdough too.
I
Wow.
want salami
Marianne's been
with
baking
cream
loaves
cheese
and loaves of
pickle.
sourdough. She has
Ah.
a 10-year-old starter she's revived, and she's been baking so much sourdough.
Nice.
Sourdough
And I've been
is
getting a
good.
smoker going, smoking like whole top rounds of roast, and oh, it's so good.
Oh damn.
Nice
You
to be
guys are doing
home
it
for a
right.
change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hadn't been home for like 2 years, so
pretty much.
Man.
Mm. I'm
So I don't know who
hungry.
made fun of you that for the.
Let's all make some food.
That
We're making
thing. Whoever that was.
hungry
Not
on,
been us.
on
We're-
IRC.
we're all
I
about
know.
the
Last
salami
thing I
and
need to
cream
do is eat
cheese
at
here.
10:30 at night.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Dinner's in about an hour.
Dinner
Number
two.
4.
Yes,
Dinner two.
exactly.
Dinner too, yeah.
Oh,
And
Dinner.
it's,
dinner
and
number
it's
5.
1:30.
Dude.
Yeah,
He's at.
Second dinner.
Dude.
yeah.
No, that's supper.
Yeah.
Supper.
He already ate dinner. Now he's on to supper.
Yeah. Is supper like a really old word for dinner?
Well, I thought that supper was like an early dinner. Like,
Is it? I don't know.
yeah, like I always
Yeah,
thought that
5
supper
o'clock.
was like a It's
Oh,
like
I
a
need to
5
look this
o'clock.
up. That's a good
That's
question.
like old people. That they eat
Yeah,
at
like they have supper.
It's definitely like
Work
a grandma kind of thing to say.
And my parents eat at like 4 or 5 o'clock. It's like
Yeah.
what? Or no,
It says
3
an
o'clock.
evening meal, typically light or informal.
There we go.
So I think someone who says supper also calls a couch a Davenport.
They call it a refrigerator a fridge or ice box.
An ice box. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fridge or refrigerator. That's fine.
so
That's
dinner
like a
is
short,
ice
but
box.
ice box is an old.
Can you
term,
get me
yeah.
some ice cream out of the ice box?
Yeah.
Well,
Put
ice
a
box
big
is
block
actually
of
literally
in it.
ice.
Yeah,
Right,
literally
exactly.
required about yeah.
Dinner is supposed to be somewhat formal, and in British English, supper is referred to as a light meal or snack that is eaten late in the evening.
Oh,
It is
That's
a
interesting.
supper.
That's a good
I
question.
could go for a supper right now.
Yes, exactly.
right. I know after all this talk, but now I want to have like
Want
I
some
want to have the
nachos.
It's not too
pastrami
late
on
for me to
bagel
order
with the
pizza.
cream cheese.
I want a
and-
straight. Yeah.
yeah.
We should all order pizzas and make Dave watch us eat them.
Yeah, there we go. Us West Coasters.
He's done that to
Right.
us.
Yeah. I got some
Remember-
frozen pizzas. I can.
Remember
I can
Dave would come on the show and you go through drive-through. I want a hamburger.
Yeah,
I want a
exactly.
steak. I want a big fry.
That was after the casino usually.
Doing the show from inside his fucking minivan.
Yeah.
Waiting for the Domino's man to show up.
Oh yeah, he pays him. He's all eating his pie.
Hamburger?
He ate the whole
No,
pizza in
she-
front of us.
I want a hot dog. I
He's
want
doing that Hasselhoff,
milkshake.
like drunk
I
and
want
eating the
tables
burger on the
get
carpet.
nothing and like
you know?
I love that footage. That's so.
Yeah, you
Yes.
fuckers just made me put a pizza in the oven. That's
That
why I was
hamburger.
late.
Burger's all
I
falling
can hear when you guys
apart.
talk about
Yes.
food. I'm like,
I-
God damn it, I'm hungry too.
I know.
love
I'm
Hasselhoff
drinking
was
too much. I
trash.
Oh, he
had
was
2
trash.
glasses of wine, 2 fucking vodka drinks, and here's
Hassel-
another one. Yeah.
Hasselhoff's
no.
daughter was so sick of seeing him all hammered.
Yes.
She's like films him while he's eating his hamburger. He's all falling
that's
apart.
right.
It's like a wet Whopper.
Yes.
That's so funny.
Yes.
He's all drunk eating. It's all falling out of his mouth.
Right.
I remember back in college, I remember I was at a buddy of mine, well, actually a few buddies, they lived in a townhome, and that was like my second house. I would just show up, like if you guys have watched Seinfeld, where like Kramer just barges right in. That was me. They always had the door unlocked. That was my second home because I was living with my parents. So I would just show up unannounced, just open up the door. Hey, Jimbo's here. So I show up one day, and that was right when like Halo 1 was a big deal, the first Halo on Xbox.
Damn, you're
We
old.
played it religiously, and we got pretty good. We would that was back before Xbox had this live connection, and so you could do it. You needed a third party software.
Oh, pretzels.
You needed a third party piece of software and another computer, but you could
Nice.
play against people online. So we would do that, but we'd order pizza all the time. Anyways, I get over there, and my buddy Brad has been clearly drinking a lot.
You mean
He
Kevin?
has- yes.
Yeah.
So Kevin, my buddy Kevin, he's just like sloshed already. He's like, yeah, let's play. He orders a bunch. He had a bunch of Taco Bell that he had already picked up, and he had been eating tacos. He passes out. No kidding. He passes out with a taco in his hand, about like here in his chair. He's like this. Taco is just drooping, like fixings are kind of falling out, but he's passed out, and he's just holding this taco on the couch like this. And that's one of my best memories of my buddy. I'm like, you remember when you passed out?
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
with the
much
taco.
rather be passed out like that than with your, schween in your
Schween in
hand.
hand.
I was gonna say, you put your wiener in his mouth and take a picture. It's really funny.
So Jen,
I can't say I've never. You guys talk like with experience. I've never passed out with my wiener in my hand, just like flopped out.
You're apparently not drinking right.
No, your passed out friend, you put a wiener in his
Coming
mouth.
from the true
No,
alcoholic
it's not
over
his
here.
wiener. Yeah,
That's your
someone else's
wiener in his mouth. You take a picture, and
It's
then
like
you
the
go,
old-
look at you're gay.
Yeah, it's the old Sam Kinison joke.
Oh,
about, like,
way to bring it
passing out
back,
first.
Mock. By the way, I'm gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the old Sam Kinison joke about being the first guy to pass out at the party and having all your friends like whip their dicks out and put them around your face, and then they take pictures of you
Around your so
it's just dicks in your face, and then they send those to your office.
Yeah.
No, I
Actually,
mean
when
we were still doing lame jokes like shaving cream in your hair and that sort of thing.
Especially when the
Oh, yeah.
TV's set to like watching Sesame Street.
Oh, look
you know?
at Brad's.
He's got the Hoff.
Dave Hasselhoff. Yep.
Eating a hamburger all drunk.
Yes, that's a freaking classic.
I refuse to take Necro's advice. Pass out with your cock out.
Oh yeah,
I saw your quarantine selfie photo. It was not encouraging. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never passed out with my cock out.
No, never.
I mean, it's one
Me
thing to
neither.
sleep naked. It's another thing to just pass out that way. Yeah.
I love the Hoff eating that
And
hamburger.
Frizzle Fried, you better shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's right. It's funny, Jim. So I actually went out with a buddy of mine who's not a big drinker. He's actually like, I think at the time he was studying to be a minister. So I don't know if he was in some sort of theology school or something like that. He and I went out with some friends. He got super hammered. So I have an almost identical picture of him passed out in a chair with Taco Bell taco on his chest.
Oh,
wow.
I'll have to find that picture. And
Oh
send that to
man.
you, just
Yeah,
because-
I gotta find.
Yeah,
I gotta find the photo I was just talking about too.
I'll see if I can find
It's
it. And I'll put it in
classic.
Slack. It's
I'm pretty sure he was drooling too.
you were
That's what
describing it, and I was
yeah.
like, "Were you fucking there that night?" Because like,
that's awesome.
it's the same
Something
dude
about-
passed out with Taco Bell.
And back in those
Taco
days,
Bell.
I used to eat. That was back when I was still eating fast food. I'd go through Taco Bell and I'd buy like 6 tacos because they're so small.
Oh, dude,
It'd be
Taco Bell,
like
that's
nothing.
great.
Boom. Oh,
Yeah.
just bam. Give me like 6 crunchy tacos. Bam, 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 bam.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's
Bam,
bam,
bam.
bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
And then a
There's
dick
like-
would be in my mouth. You know, it's
All of
like
a
I
sudden-
don't know what happened.
Like
All around your
cheese
head.
and lettuce and
All around my
broken
head.
crumbs
And-
all over your stomach and pants.
And that's
it,
the night you
it
figured
was an
out-
orgasm
Everywhere.
of food. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the night you figured out you're gay.
Yeah. Way to bring it back.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yep. I'm gay.
It's like
It's my masculine way of announcing it.
you
Yeah.
need to you need to change.
Is that an
your-
oxymoron? I'm gay.
You need to change your guts thing to just I'm gay.
Yeah, yeah.
No. But I like it.
Take that,
Oh
Carol.
my god.
Carol?
Brady.
Oh,
I'm
Pardon
gay.
my French,
wow. Okay,
but you're an asshole.
you're throwing it back.
Yeah, I'm really going back.
Oh Todd.
Fucking in Cindy's bed. What was that?
Do it, Carrie.
Oh, Todd, you're so funny. I forgot to laugh.
What's that from?
That's classic Saturday Night Live. That's
Oh,
Bill Radner
that's
with,
Bill Radner.
with Bill
yeah,
Murray.
With Bill
yeah,
Murray.
with
mhm.
Bill Murray, exactly. Lisa Loop
She does-
there.
If you watch a clip of that, Carrie's
do.
impression is
That was
amazing.
pretty good. I was like,
Yeah.
that sounds familiar. Yeah, I remember that.
You just mind
they were
your
like
P's
high
and
school or
Q's,
something.
Buster, and remember who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Beeler. Ferris Bueller.
I was hoping we were going to get the Hasselhoff on loop on Orange Whip's background, but I love that he's shirtless too. Why is he taking his shirt off? I'm going to eat this with my shirt off.
Yeah, well, you don't want to get Whopper on your shirt.
Yeah.
On the shirt,
Right?
yeah.
I'm on Baywatch. I think he was on Baywatch during this time too.
Was
I gotta
he?
You want to blow his Baywatch money? That's an expensive shirt.
Did any of you guys get Rise of Skywalker yet?
Not yet. It's on. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to become available.
I just ordered it off eBay actually because Amazon was sold out.
I figured it would be because again, everyone's just ordering shit right now like crazy to watch new stuff.
Yeah,
So
and they want dumb prices for
Yeah.
it too. You know, like
I'm hoping-
$30. I'm like, no.
I'm hoping it'll show up on Disney Plus soon. I'll just watch it there a couple times.
Yeah, they
No,
should.
I,
right?
Eventually I'll get the
I haven't
dose.
succummed to the Disney Plus, but
I
it might
didn't either. I
happen.
got a friend's account.
Oh, share it. I was kidding.
Looks like
All right, I'm
Hasselhoff's
in. I'm in for free.
What's funny is it's like not even a friend's account. Actually, it's like he's a friend, but like he's really my brother's friend.
Oh,
So it's
He's
like-
my cousin's nephew's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Which
former
makes
roommate.
us
What does that make
absolutely
us?
nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Which is what you are about to become. Yeah. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Now let's see how well you Handle it.
Handle it. Oh, I hate when your Schwartz gets wrapped around mine. Yeah.
Maybe if you just put your
Wait,
up here,
okay, 1, 2, 3, go. I want to watch. I'm gonna watch that fucking movie tonight.
I just watched it like a couple weeks ago.
I'll be fucking hammered, eating my pizza, watching Spaceballs, and then pass out on my couch. It'll be a
With
great
a taco
night.
on your shirt.
Yeah.
And then I need to wake up and try to work. Yeah. Just like old times, except for my home.
I want to say there was like
It's not impossible.
I want to say there was like a couple movies
Okay, Greg.
like that would normally be in the theater right now, but they're allowing them to be on.
Yeah, they're doing
digital.
streaming.
Yeah.
On demand.
Straight to on demand.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
what movies? What is there? You know, like,
The Invisible Man was one.
What
that-
is
Yeah,
this?
Invisible Man.
Okay.
That's true. That was on my
That-
list.
That's what sounds like that's gonna be really good, but it was like $20. I actually mentioned it to Jim at one point, and he looked it up, and he was like, "It's $20." I'm like, ooh.
What is this?
What is this?
Oh, stop doing that.
I
Though.
guess if you have at least
Yeah.
two or three people that are willing to watch it, you know, like. But
Yeah,
one
then it
or
makes it
two,
worthwhile.
like yeah.
Yeah, like me sitting here quarantined alone, I'm not.
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah, it's-
do that.
Yeah.
No.
I guess they figure that it's like $10 a person. If you go to the theater, usually go with somebody,
Right,
and that's how
yeah.
they figure out the price.
But I gotta make my own fucking popcorn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All you need is that
On the
machine
plus
that
side,
you've
it's not
been
$30.
coveting.
I'm still
That's
looking for a
right, yeah.
machine someday.
Top
Yeah.
secret is so hard to do.
Ask
Yeah.
Griffin because he loves popcorn machines.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah,
Does he have?
no,
Is he collecting popcorn machines now?
No.
No, just aliens.
Andrew's-
He doesn't even
Yeah.
like popcorn. That was a joke.
He's in the alien drones flying over his house.
He completely changed his name. Like,
Yeah, that was weird.
to some UFO related something.
Now he's Gruffin.
What's weird
Yeah.
though is that he still he just recently posted a picture of his daughter like riding a bike.
Really?
On Facebook, like a video of her daughter riding a bike. I'm like, what happened to you not wanting to show your kids on
Yeah.
Facebook and you're just doing that? I don't
Yeah.
get
Then you have
it.
to try to remember your lies and what it is that you're saying. That's
Yeah, what's going on here?
But I wipe my own ass. I wipe my own ass. I know. You guys ever seen Big Daddy?
A long time
That-
ago.
that-
Been a while.
I don't remember.
It's
A long
it's
time ago.
I
might be
saw
my
it
favorite
once.
Adam Sandler movie because it was the last maybe decent movie that he was in, 99. But the kid's being taken away from him because of social services, and the kid's like, but I wipe my own ass. I wipe my own ass, and it's supposed to be this dramatic part, and he's like, I know.
Yeah.
It's like so sad. It's an underrated movie.
It actually was shown. Parts of it were used in like a dependency training video. That's some
No
sort of,
shit.
or like or not a training.
don't
video.
do
It was
this.
a web. No, it was a, like it was a conference presentation. They were doing clips of. Actually, no, I take it back. It was a supervised visitation training, and they were talking about kind of escalation and anyway.
Oh, God, are you
But yeah, it
as
was
an
very
example?
carefully curated. Oh, that's funny.
Oh man.
Brad's getting snorted by Griffin. Oh.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah,
way
there's
to
a
fly.
scene like Adam Sandler, his character in that movie, like teaches him, well, if you have to pee, just pee outside, pee anywhere. And so like he gets this conference, parent teacher conference with his kindergarten teacher, and she's like, he's the smelliest one, and you need to teach him about like his peeing habits, and shows him, and the kid's like peeing on a plant in the corner of the classroom. And the kids are walking away. You like it's
there's
there goes my
a
pizza.
story about my son. My wife, they went to like a mini golf, and it's like it looks like a natural
Golf and stuff.
Huh?
Golf and stuff.
Yes. No, but it's it's got like the rocks, and it's all like the natural terrain, not like a putt where it's like just the fake grass and stuff. So my wife, she goes, "You're not gonna believe what Carter did." This was like, I don't know, 5 years ago. He's 7 now. Well, no, maybe he was 3 or 4 or something like that. So I'm like, well, oh God. I'm like, what, did he fucking throw a golf club? I'm waiting for her to say he did something crazy. He's like, no, we're walking. And all of a sudden we look, and he's got his pants down, and he's peeing because he thinks it's outside, but they're like an indoor thing because it looks like natural They're like peeing on the rocks because in my parents' backyard,
Oh,
outside, and his pants are down, looking at his ass. And I go, "Where's Carter?" And he's just peeing. And I'm like, "Oh Christ!" I go, "That's so much better." When I thought you were going to say, I thought you were going to say he threw a golf club or.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he just thought it was outside. He's peeing.
Yeah, I mean, it's natural terrain.
Yeah, he's in a dome, and it's like a golf dome thing. Like, and he thought it was outside. We looked over, and we all laughed, and I'm like, okay, that's good.
That's funny.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Or in other words,
Boys have a vagina, girls have a penis.
I have to say this too. I have a friend who's got a daughter who decided that she's I guess transgender, which she's only 12, which blows my mind. And I'm asking my one buddy, I'm like, dude, Julie just told me this. I can't believe I haven't talked to him in a while. And it's like major, like that's crazy. And I mean, I felt bad for him for the stress, like the stress that you got to go through. But I go, well, how's he doing? And my friend's like, well, you know him. He's like, you want to be a boy? Cut the grass.
I like it.
That's awesome. Okay, you're a boy now. Get out and cut the grass. And I go,
wow.
I'm like, oh my God. He goes, no, I'm sure he's stressed, but he says,
way to embrace it. Yeah.
Now she's older. You can cut the grass.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, that's so like, it is what it is. It is like, hey, I didn't ask you to do it before. Now here, this is how the lawnmower works.
That's right.
Less work. I'm good. I was like, oh.
I didn't know what to do with that. Jesus.
No, I felt so bad because I was like, when I heard it, I was like, wow.
I'd have been waiting on the lawnmower to start up.
That's stressful.
No,
I don't know how do you deal with that? That's such a crazy thing.
Yeah, he's gonna learn
for
to roll
anyone
it.
to deal with. I just felt because I have a kid that my daughter's the same age, and I'm like, oh, it's not even like I'm gay. It's like then you get worried about is my daughter gonna be gonna be picked on, and like
that's what I'd worry about.
That's the first thing I thought.
Is the hard life it's gonna be. Yeah.
Yes. It's like, it's so young and you're in school. And
kids are brutal, man.
Yes, and you're talking, you're in 7th grade, and like now you're making this decision. Like, how are the kids? And this is New York. How are they going to take this? Like, I know people are like, gay is the in thing, but that's a different level of, when we knew you as this person, and now you're going to be a boy. Everyone in their class knows who she is or he is now. It's not like you just went to a new school. There's going to be major ridicule there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I feel bad for my child. And that's all I thought about was like, that's so much stress. I couldn't handle that.
All you can do is just support them, right? I mean,
when they come home and say they're picking on me because I'm a boy now, and then you look at them and say, well, then grow some cojones.
Andrew, can I interject this in the middle of this conversation? Do you have this pizza cutter?
I've seen that one before, but I don't have that one.
Is that really
me and my me and my dad got it's one of the best ever. Me and my dad got one for Christmas like 2 years ago.
It's badass. Yeah,
and it actually works really well too.
It is amazing. It's so fucking sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you get something that looks really cute, and then is this a piece of garbage?
Yeah.
To actually use it as its display.
I always get reluctant because I don't want to wash it. Yeah.
I know that many fucking frozen pizzas. Whip's got me on the fucking.
It actually says right on the blade NCC 1701.
Yeah, Jim. I hope you brought enough pizza for everybody because I'm hungry.
So is it like cut?
It's your fault. It's your fault for talking about food.
Does it cut at like warp 7 or what is it?
Warp 9.1, I believe.
Yeah, I knew it was somewhere around there.
Actually, the old ones could do better than
6.
10.
All right,
but they changed. They changed
new ones
the
just
rules
aren't
on
as
what
good as
warp
they used
is.
to.
Everything, yeah.
They fucking
can't.
Yeah.
Impulse drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, was there that was above the warp? Was there something above warp?
I usually drive after a few drinks and
talking about trans warp. But
wasn't there a next gen episode where Geordi and this alien like fiddle around with the warp systems and they warp to like practically another dimension?
Yeah, but it's not Geordi, it's Wes.
Oh, Wes. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Wes.
And then
Yeah,
Wes
Wesley.
goes off and becomes a part with a traveler who's
Yeah, the traveler starts to fade. Yeah, that's how they
Yeah.
ended. That's how they got wrote Wes off the show.
Basically,
I guess, right?
It's such
You
a
do go off
hobby.
with the traveler.
Trekkies correcting other Trekkies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's exhausting.
I don't even. So
Is
we
it
talk
really?
about-
I don't think Trekkie is a word now. Isn't it
well,
something
you guys,
else?
you guys are talking about like
Is that like
Trekkies
fag?
And
Can't say that anymore.
Yeah, that's right. It's Trekkers.
Oh my god, I said it. I didn't.
No, you
mean
can't
it.
say
do
it.
not self-identify as a Trekkie.
It's like
You're
I didn't
referring
mean
to
to
the
drop the
cigarettes,
beat.
British cigarettes.
Yeah, you're a smoker, so
Oh my god, I said that. I didn't mean it like it was a. My brother's gay. I can say fag. I mean, shit. I didn't mean.
I
it.
have a lot of black friends.
Yeah, that's how you cover that up.
But that's so funny. It's like you can't wait. What did we say? Oh, Trekkie's bad. Trekkie's
Yeah, Trekkie. Yeah, it's,
But it might be, but I don't identify as a Trekkie or Trekker or. I'm a fan, but like I don't consider
My
myself.
dad
into,
will
like, that
identify
realm
as a
of, like-
as a Trekkie. He wrote a
Wow.
script for Next Gen. He's been to many conventions.
Have you ever worn a costume, a shirt to a convention?
No.
Is that
Uniform?
I do
I've never
have-
been to
I
one.
do have two communicators right here.
Oh, I used to have one that would
nice.
chirp. When you touch it, it would chirp. Chick, chick, you know,
So these are the
had a little battery in it, like a
Mm-hmm.
watch battery. Go, chick, 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 chick.
Who?
I
with
approve,
the,
Andrew.
with the
Yeah,
show of hands, how many people in this has
have
been to
one,
a
no?
Star Trek convention ever in their life?
I've been to one.
not a dedicated Star Trek one.
Oh,
No, I went.
I've been to lots of
We
Comic
didn't
Cons,
know-
but
we went in the
even
back
before they were-
door. We didn't know we have to pay. Then all of a sudden we went and then they go, oh, it's $30. Like, oh no, like 'cause we were like a side
Gotta pay
entrance,
for
like
this?
this. It was in Buffalo. Like, oh, if Worf was speaking. This was like in the 90s.
Oh, well, at least you had
Michael Dorn.
somebody cool,
Yeah.
Michael Dorn.
Yeah, and we walked around and
Michael
looked,
Dorn's a
and all of a sudden
badass.
we left and come back. Oh, where's your bracelets? Oh no, we don't have. Oh no, it's 30. So we got like a free look into the.
We had a shitty guest speaker. We had the old lady that took the place of Crusher when she wasn't on. You know, the other
Yeah, this-
doctor, the other
yeah.
old lady.
Oh, what was
Yeah,
that doctor's name? She
forget
was
her
the one
name.
before that. Yeah.
Pulaski's.
Yeah, Pulaski. Yeah.
Yeah, she was there. I was like, man.
Wait, who said that? Was that it? Was
yeah,
that
I was gonna
Whiskey?
say
Arcade Danger got that.
super
Yeah.
nerd.
I call him Whiskey. I refuse to call him Arcade Danger. Whiskey
Yeah,
Danger was
all
a better
good.
name.
I
That's
love
right.
I like
whiskey.
whiskey.
yeah,
all good.
it's kind of like the Brad Kevin thing and the
Right?
right, like you just can't.
Hey, Arcade
Call 'em
Danger,
Whiskey
what's the
Arcade,
in the middle?
baby.
What's the but between the? What is that? Oh, Arkanoid. Okay, it was just
Which
bugging
is
me.
running a Korean game called Going Doll.
Going doll, yeah. That one has like prehistoric creatures and stuff.
Yeah, it's got like
Penis.
Dinosaurs and shit. Yeah.
and there's a caveman that apparently gets naked every once in a while. I haven't gotten to that yet.
Penis.
Awesome.
Wow. Does he rape
But
anybody?
Daddy is a
All right.
big.
Penis.
Mock just got a chubby. He's gonna have to look that one up on the main setup.
Naked.
No one's been pooping. Yeah.
Yeah.
What Jim's pizza?
Yeah, what kind of
Dave,
pizza
is
you
that a
eating, Jim?
Labatt's hat you're wearing?
What kind of frozen pizza are you eating?
It is.
It's
What am I
Whole
painting?
Foods is 365 cauliflower crust
Oh,
with added toppings.
sounds horrible.
Very healthy.
Actually, really fucking good.
I like
I
bruschetta.
added,
Bruschetta's better.
a bunch of. I added a ton of extra mozzarella and pepperoni.
Cauliflower crust pizza's good.
It's okay. I've had good ones. I've had real bad ones too.
Yeah.
True.
so,
Yes.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, they're
I've
not
never
all created
tasted
equal.
dick, and I
No,
don't
they're
want
not.
to either.
These are really good, and they're pretty.
The cauliflower
inexpensive-
crust with the
inexpensive.
flour in them are delicious.
Yeah, right.
You dust it in flour. It's great.
An oxymoron. Yeah.
It's actually Cali flour, you know, right?
Cali.
Actually, there is a brand that is Cali
Really?
flour.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
and it's actually quite
Power.
good. Yeah. Oh, that's right, Cali. Yeah. Yeah.
My wife and I
Cauliflower.
made cauliflower dough one time, and we followed a recipe.
Oh, no.
But you gotta when you crush it up, but then you gotta like try to squeeze all the juices out of it. That's the hardest part. Is you gotta throw it in like a cloth and twist it
Yeah.
the hell out of it a
Like
bunch of times.
cheesecloth or something like
Yeah,
that.
like a cheesecloth, and then
Mhm.
squeeze the juices out of it to get it as dry as you can. That's the hardest part.
This is the
flour.
best tasting cauliflower crust
Yeah.
pizza. The best tasting carb wise for low carb The entire pizza is 48 carbs. Entire
Wow.
pizza.
Really?
So you'll be hitting the 48 carb mark tonight.
Yeah.
If I finish it, yeah.
There we go.
But it's super filling because I add a bunch of cheese and toppings to it.
Yeah.
And
This
if
increases
I'm
the
lucky,
calorie count by a couple thousand.
Yeah. Screw
no,
calories.
not as much as you think. Like maybe the entire pizza will be 1,000 calories.
Huh.
And I consume, and this is a meal, I consume probably 3,000 calories a day, but I'm under 50 carbs a day. So,
Hey,
it's
so
not
the
that bad.
cauliflower is the frozen one that I was getting, and then so it is a brand too, as opposed to the Cali Power one.
The Cali Powers aren't as
Higher in carbs,
they
but the
taste good, but they're a
cauliflower are
lot
those
higher in
frozen ones I've gotten that are really low.
Some of those are
Okay.
really
Not tasty.
misleading though, because I've looked into that and it had.
You have to
some,
look.
but
You have to look at the ingredients. Unfortunately,
It-
you
it's
can't
like,
trust just a label.
Yeah, one of those places that like they make the pizzas like really quick in front of you, and you pick up all the ingredients. You know,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
remember like
Mod
whatever it's called.
pizza stuff
Yeah,
like that.
those kind of
There's-
places. They have cauliflower pizza, but it's like you look it up online,
Well,
and it's like, oh
it's
shit,
like
it's
a
just as
fraction
bad.
is called. It's
Yeah.
just a fraction. It'll be if you look at the fine print, it'll be like this is made with cauliflower, but the entire crust is not cauliflower.
Yeah.
Anything
It's-
you go and eat out at a restaurant is not good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
If it's got
so
if
true.
it's got nothing in it, then it's got a ton of sodium or whatever it is.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Might as well
most
just-
restaurants are not transparent, so yeah.
All right, so
But,
Gus
like,
has a
we
Gus
found-
has a
we found-
question for you, Jim. Sorry, it's not cauliflower based.
Vertical grade laminate for your Gap Plus. I'm sure. Actually, Amazon, Gus. Was it? I don't think it was. Oh, it was Formica. Amazon. It was like 50. Less than
name
50.
Formica?
50 Formica. It was less than $50 a sheet. So you can do the entire midway cabinet with 2 4x8 sheets. So less than $100. Amazon. I don't know how quick it'll ship, but Amazon.
I'm trying to think of where I saw it. I think it was on KLV. Somebody recently posted. It's not vertical grade though, so it's like a little bit thinner.
No, vertical grade is thinner than regular.
Yeah, vertical grade is the thinnest one.
Okay, maybe then it's thicker. And but it was like a 3 foot by 12 foot sheet that they could get for like $70, and that could do pretty much a whole cabinet.
You could. The problem is you'll have to recut your T molding slot or get wider T molding because it
'cause
won't
it's too
line up.
thick.
You'll have overhang. With vertical grade, it adds so little that you can do your normal T molding, and like every cabinet I've done with vertical grade, it's been flush.
Interesting.
Oh, well, why isn't delusional in our fucking IRC?
There's a Yahoo chat.
There's a Yahoo chat?
Yeah, exactly.
I think he meant YouTube. I'm expecting he
Oh.
meant YouTube.
That was
F Angel Greg Gulls.
Said- I saw that.
He's behind.
He's so far behind. He's talking about pass me a fag.
Oh my god.
Like that was like
He must be
15
watching this from
minutes ago.
Facebook. I'm just kidding.
Oh Jesus!
that was-
YouTube must be slowing us way the fuck down.
No, because if you join, maybe he rewound it to the
Oh,
beginning.
maybe.
you
that
know?
could be, yeah.
Depending
And
if you,
some-
like,
sometime-
mess with it.
sometimes
He's like
on-
screaming
on
like
YouTube-
transwarp. It's like yeah, that was
Sometimes on YouTube, if you have a live stream playing in the background, it will automatically desync from being live, and you have to click the live button for you to resynchronize
To be
with
live,
the
yeah.
whatever.
Interesting.
right.
So unless it's in the foreground, because I found this out because I was watching a Kevin Smith live stream, and I had it going on in the background, and I had another browser highlighted, and I walked away, and I came back, and it wasn't no longer live. It was still going, but it wasn't live anymore, and I had to hit the button live. So as long as it was the active window, it was fine. But as soon as you start doing something else in another browser, it desyncs.
Did anybody watch the Jay and Silent Bob reboot movie?
Not
It's
yet.
it's added on my Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's on my list, but I didn't see it in the theater.
The
Yeah,
problem is
I
that
didn't
I only
either.
think
I'm
about it
gonna
when
head
it's
off,
late
guys.
at night.
Oh.
It's getting late and I'm
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out
I actually
too
have a
soon.
huge morning tomorrow, so just
Ew.
so.
Yeah, right. You're
Oh,
not
man.
busy
Some of
at
us
all.
have to
You don't
work.
do anything.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
We'll
It's
save
super slow.
save Jay and Silent Bob for next week.
All right. All right, let's call it a night.
Sorry.
Kudos.
All right.
All
Good
right.
night,
Yeah.
everybody, and thank you for
Night.
joining us.
There we go.
Carrie
So
ended the
long.
show. It's
I
Carrie's
know,
fault.
right?
I came back to stay
No,
all
we usually
night.
end at
and then
11
we ended
anyway.
early.
I got a half a beer left.
End
I'm
it early.
excited.
It's fucking midnight.
Oh,
Or
all
midnight.
right.
for
Here
some
we go.
people.
It's midnight Mountain Time.
We used to do 6 hours.
Yeah. We don't anymore.
No.
We grew up.